It is Wednesday, the 3rd of September 2025, approximately 11 minutes past 1600 hours. We live once again on Akwantufuo Radio, Abrawapa Radio, as well as Akwantufuo Radio GH with another edition of Bamaso. We are equally streaming on all our social handles at Akwantufuo Radio as well. Facebook, YouTube, and X. Well, as a reminder, this is where discerning Ghanaians with discerning thoughts, we come to deliberate on all possibilities with which we would rise as co-creators and catalysts in the making of a very fantastic, exciting, and beautiful Ghana. Here, we have come to understand that we are the very Ghana that we talk about every now and then. And if we are the very Ghana we talk about every now and then it is imperative that we are able to provide that which will cause the Ghana that we want to live in to come into manifestation. It's as simple as that. So the very moment we step on this very platform, whatever that we need to do, whatever that we need to do extra, whatever that we need to improve upon, so as to also contribute, quoting the words or borrowing the words of Ja Cheneboa Asamoah in France, so as to be meaningful. He loves that word a lot. That is what brings us here, to discover that which needs to be done. So we do it as well. So if you are here, I bet you are here as a Ghanaian, working on yourself as a Ghanaian, so as to become a better version for the beautiful nation we choose to call Ghana. And as a word of caution, when I say we are here working on ourselves as Ghanaians, it is not in vacuum. Remember, Ghana, whatever the case may be, is part of another bigger body. Yes, it's part of another bigger body. Well, you may choose to, based on your level of consciousness, go to West Africa, or perhaps even go to the entire Africa. And even beyond that, Africa is still part of a bigger body, right? Well, you can go the entire earth, or the entire earth. And then even when you go the entire earth, the entire earth, you have to realize that the earth is also part of another bigger body. So it tells you, hey, we are living in an ever-expansive universe. And the very moment we choose a smaller group just on its own as our reference point, it limits our thinking, it limits our wisdom, among other things. But the very moment we choose that smaller group in a context of the whole, that is to say, what should be done in this part of the whole so that the whole will enjoy, the whole will become progressive. When we think that way, we begin to think progressively. In fact, creativity, intelligence, the size of that reference point runs itself in and through us. So I will tell you once again, it is not a mistake, let's put it that way, or it is not an abomination for you to become a member of any political party, church, or what have you. However, if you are unable to use that group or that channel or that tool as a means to better yourself so that the whole of Ghana will become an amazing place, then we need to reconsider that association. And perhaps you need a new association that will support you become a better version of yourself. So if we come still wielding the shield of our various smaller groups, we need to come with the idea that we are here to use that smaller group that we are a part of as a channel, as a tool to make Ghana a beautiful place. As simple as that. Today being Wednesday, we call it questions and answers, where we come asking ourselves various questions from various disciplines, various angles, whatever the case may be, in the knowing that the universe is an answer unto itself. So whatever the question may be, bring it on. And I know for certain, running with the faith of the universe, that is to say, I have the faith the universe has in itself for creating me. So I run with that faith, in the knowing that this all purposeful, all intelligent power we choose to call life will channel its own wisdom, its own knowledge in and through units of us for us to come to understanding of whatever bothers us. So we use it in order to better our lives and better the lives of others who share our joy. So to this effect, I would humbly welcome you once again to the Wednesday's edition of Bama. So we call it Questions and Answers. And she has run say the mudona the mu pipa and come on. Baby, I will be a some pensu with feeding another Akwantufuo radio, Arawapa radio, and Akwantufuo radio GH. Say, Facebook, YouTube, among the rest are at Akwantufuo radio. And then they say, Yaba, and Nebium say, Yaba, but what adwene. I share, dear, was here yo, na, oh my Ghana. A fan into my prefer. Aha. Inya be drew her pet. The nimuane say, Yen Ghana na ye can't want some down in the end. And he, ya be say Ghana for ye be as a Ghana for. Na yama sa Ghana na ye pesi at nemuno a fayimu a pie. A semi nana. And tia home brassier near any dear quanso. Mesro, and can the papa mua no ro ye. Ashanso dia fufuru bia owo ehye Ghana se bia to baby na wahye Ghana de no ma Theodosia okudie no eno no kire se baby a wugina bia no obadwene se Ghana ni kona bia wugina bia abadwene se Ghana ni in a sense say o hwehwe o ma Ghana yi yo through that corner, that section, that smaller association that you are a part of. And he say, oh yeah, or you kunia, oh, you say Ghana ni, now why you hear kwaya obey me, afa or yoko ebe ding, I'm on my Ghana and so why anything. Sad na them assembly we a simple you cry and yet why? In the end, I am Unisa, Unisa, Beboa. Ama saa o man Ghana na ye hwehwe no yensa atumi aka ye ho be yende na bibia be fefefe kama ene ye wukwada yi asembusa ene nanu yi ene dia abepia sei enti ebibusa ye ho question ba ko mienu miensa ebibusa ye ho questions pa be a question ne ye be fa bia ye be fa ho ene knowing say bibia ne ho no mu a eye life yi any answer to bibia yenya answer nintin yesi yenim answer no ho na abrabo we si anase life yi the man yede e man ye exciting and say minim say yesusu ano na ye wa group bi a ye frɛ no P Lolo. Yes, I think it's a P Lolo. Na sa P Lolo you know say yeah nipa bi abe say if memory serves me right yeah e bi a nipa be 10 enti nipa be 10 no na ya pe aba ye bubu aba be say ye fa 9 right enti ye fa am say ye fa 9 ti ye fa 9 na the no administrator na wɔhwɛ ama yɛ di ayɛ pillow no ɔno ɛde aba no ɛbɛkɔ akɔsie baabi baabi a ɔde bɛkɔ akɔsie paa wosɛ sɛ ebi wɔ hɔ a na ɔden nti yɛnya bɔ pillow na na yɛnya ayɛ di game no yɛkɔ akɔhwehwɛ baabi a administrator no ɛde anaasɛ referee no de sticks no akɔhyɛ nti obi afa baabi a wo intuition bɛkyerɛ wo sɛ ɛhɔ na referee no de aba na hyɛ bia na ɛhɔ ana wokɔ na wohu a ɔmmɔ obi amane o ɔmmɔ obi amane sɛ yɛ pilolo na ɔmmɔ obi amane na wode aba na kyerɛ wo na wadi first nti ɔfoforɔ no nso kɔhu a na ɔno nso de kɔ nti ɛnyinaa yɛnya ɛhu biribi awie a na yɛ sɛ deɛ aka no last one a woanya no na sɛ woafiri game no nti yɛkɔ akɔpem sɛ yɛbɛdi first yɛbɛhu deɛ wobɛdi first right that is how this life is adeɛ no hyehyɛ hɔ answers ne wɔ hɔ na mmom no ɔbɛma yɛn some setbacks bi ɔbɛma yɛn ɔbɛtɛn ne yɛn here and there na ɔde yɛafa ha you see the journey to the destination yɛnka ne saa na ɛyɛ more beautiful ɛyɛ more exciting nti that is how this life is nti sɛ yɛnya answer no a ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ answer no ni hɔ sɛ wohu pilolo abaa no a ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ ɛni hɔ ɛwɔ hɔ abaa no wɔ hɔ nti nyabotrɛ na hwehwɛ wo nsa ɛbɛka abaa no fɛfɛɛfɛ kama na yɛakɔ yɛnim nti yaba a yɛbɛtoatoa adwene no yɛbusibusi ɛho question baako mmienu mmiɛnsa ɛwɔ ɛnɛ da yi dwumadie so na ma menka wo biribi ɔhu sɛ yɛana de bia yɛba a wɔfa twam wɔ sɛ yɛyɛ genetically congenital liars wɔka saa aborɔfo no paa ɔka biara nso agya yɛ anamene no atwe kakra bi so nti agya ɔfa ɛka saa every now and then genetically congenital liars ɔka saa asɛm no paa na meka pilolo mmerɛ ne yɛsua no sɛ wokɔnya referee bi a ɔyɛ corrupt a anaasɛ referee bi a ɔno no wɔde ɔpɛ sɛ ɔdi first a sɛ ɔbobɔ n'ani kyerɛ ɔkyerɛkyerɛ nipa no a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔdi first no kyerɛkyerɛ asɛ ɔbubu san kyerɛ no sɛ wɔnkɔ ha ɛhɔ na ɔde adeɛ no ahyɛ nti kyɛ sɛ electoral commissioners a wɔn ɛyɛ corrupt a ɛyɛ na wɔn di ɛyɛ nneɛma wɔn yɛ kululu ɛma wɔn choices no ɛnyɛ nnɛ na ɛhyɛ aseɛ electoral commission pilolo mu electoral commission fo nyinaa na wɔn yɛ corrupt right na wɔn nyinaa yɛ corrupt ɛna dan dɛ nyinaa yɛ ameka sɛ the things that we've been through in our past ɛna na ahyɛ pu yɛn in what we are in the present times meka wo sɛ back in Kumasi High School, even during our election at secondary school level, no, na amanfo etotoni machiche just to entice people to vote for. So that people will vote for them. So how much more what we are seeing now? Believe you me. The very ones who were president at SRC's NUCs, among the rest, majority leaders and then in our parliament. And you shouldn't expect anything different other than what they are giving unto us until they come to realize, say, maybe the programming that they had is not appropriate. So they begin to consciously turn around, we are going to have whatever they are giving to us. Nothing different from that. Yo, enti, ya bon tuano ewi, knowing what we are here to do, metonchia edi ama Dr. Zazadentu nana asare ako Dr. Ebenezer Amufa Boatin mesene papa yenti nana nketia of blessed memory yatonchie mu de ne pa edi mano United Kingdom for Abi Gamanche you dey ene brantem oni amon komo kakra nsa na me free studio ako na menchia board chairman oye nobleman onse onye politician de name me friend honorable Kwaku Beduado right oye honorable enye honorable na patronizing the any there be enye no bia we honorable papa right honorable papa oye honorable mu honorable na yenchia United States for Samsafo patron and right until nka I believe say bibia ye boko woni abusuanfo nyina nso eho ye eja kwesi buache eja kwesi buache mse amanfo afilu pa chese ombusas na ye ba na anu ya na eja kwesi buache ni honom no where was eja kwesi buache where was there's a minyammo eja kwesi buache stories ni minyammo ni nyina nwi krao because eja kwesi buache stories na dosun as to how wonderful he is no edoso eja kwesi buache ono na wa no ho kwan say life we knew so no na life we wonders through him wa bomodin pa for Akwantufuo radio and we certainly do appreciate him every now and then in our prayers, in our thoughts, wherever that we find ourselves no, we know say akwesi buache if we should fall on him just now krana or na nechi enchire da akwesi buache amanfo filu pa said they will see bow to among other things na amanfo filu pa nti atabra nema amanfo come and satisfy the hearing bats of enuanom a yada obebre no United States fo nyina ye chia mu nyina so na chia Nati Bongo Nati na she ho I believe say oho ye mechia Spain for ofabodi one bema bene wa ofabodi bema bene wa betel ho sisi a me sure settle and order ho Ghana will enjoy the strong economy nansi nanu ya no pay ya yes name we said say Ibrahim your friend say I'm up now ja omo me update as to exchange rate now but could be am use ya could do 17 1 pound to 17 although who says so dear but sananka ya mpendisa mse baya could do by say 14 how baby crowd afi cost 17 anyway I'm on for say bogus na nibeje bronya on bit margin crowd guess among other thing nti drew 17 nti mama bene wani ya fasi kana take akra bia na echina nkono baby na bia asa akosro ansa na wasesa why mama bene wa me nchi akese na edema wo wo Ghana yenchi afa twum nso nka ho of Kofi Chumberima the 77-year-old man still looking very sharp. The man who speaks with passion. The man, no matter what the case may be, not giving up on Ghana. Once Nkrofo or no more, Obadrin say or injury time in Tino. Nadia cry, Obehan Hokra. So I hear football. There are some teams until the final whistle is blown. No. Say we'll lose ukra won't give you up. I think one of them Real Madrid, Liverpool, Arsenal so was Asubani bi kakra. Perhaps we will say most of the teams they don't give up until the final whistle is blown. Now encore retirement when it comes to what he wishes for Ghana. No. And we said no one should go on retirement. Uhimwa and yema a push into retirement young kasi lifestyle among other things afi na ma your body na we can't travel with the spirit going further on But of a jump very my who years. Now no one year bonkomo asked you how we see EDD said you will see a when a among other things. Hey, what's in your massy? And first no said na we see a Lamborghini and when Trini Serbians and I know what in ye power so or any kakra or in cool. Into of a chum. Or yeah, on also a template for us. Say the I'm gonna do some pempens, you know. We can emulate, modify it, and make our lives better. The and wanya and kibianko bro over cover 120 no. What share with us as to his mistakes. No, they say the wise learns from the mistakes of others. We don't need to walk that path before we know, say, it is not appropriate. And he and I do Mr. Wa Teso. Fat now, Chaco baby, no Teso. Na me busakra say, and ye be a say before yana how much greens do we eat? And I said we were say vegetables na ye nkwan and one green you be okay enough. And I was just asking myself that because nutritionists no how much they say even say before you enjoy your carbs and have everything nank wape fibers, some fibers be into your body and no reduce the sugar spike in your blood ebwa but unia ya the ndm say anyway no wonder we have a lot of lifestyle diseases back in our part of the world of a chum ono wasuyesu asani ma we wono of akwame yanka ne sa. He's come to the awareness of some of these things. So when he shares with us, please don't walk. So what fahasi atiahwe now say changing our befa atiahwe dear Mr. One man yankopon nyansa fa no mu e ma ne ka e kire yen sa de no e bia mfa mu enye nice of a chum ye do ase ane etonchi mu odne so e de ma o wa na champion kale chi wasi majia baby no majima ade katachi amutreka krai adi yanko ka is fina nya 8 months na ma tata kitwe bia was wasa agwade we di agree do be court na yakotwe ho man so pa yo ene yanchia Francis way eja ahenu yes eja ahenu eja twenebo asamoa among the rest what France in Finland for more BB now we're turning to God's word. We are turning to God's word to make our lives better. Education maybe I don't know. I see education. Why? One say pain one of the things that we need to understand in this life, and they say whatever part of our life no, it has a connection with other parts of our life, right? All parts of our lives have connection with themselves. And our spiritual life, or you may say our religious life, it has an impact on our social life. Our psychological life has an impact on our social life, our spiritual life, our religious life as well. Our financial life has an impact on our social, psychological, physical. In fact, there is no part of our life you can say it stands on its own. It has no connection with other parts of ourselves. No. Inti ya na say enkofo pese o mo ka say Christosum different na bi enti na ama yentimi nko enim no na nkamfa so obey ana work Christosum. So if we can't feel the impact of it right here and now, my brother, if you don't live in the heaven here and now, you are not waking up to any heaven thereafter. If there is, you are waiting to go to another heaven thereafter. Because if you sleep ignorant, you wake up ignorant. If you sleep not knowing Pythagoras theorem, you wake up not knowing Pythagoras theorem. So if your religion is telling you, say, there is a heaven elsewhere, let your religion tell you of the heaven here and now, preparing you for the heaven thereafter. Let your religion tell you that. And see, we can't separate other parts of our lives. Even the part of our life that we do in the bedroom, no, it has its own impact on the part of our life that we do in the public. Now over office be na obi aye so gloomy ete honom, why moody ewo office wonom. Nkwa hwe mu ne bia ahomache na nka opeba ko bia de apa nanum yamfa ama no. Why basa ana wo de aba office wo. Na abrofo no kra ya omtimi kan straight away. So omo hwe se de we say babbling na sefo na am say hey why bibi. Abrofo no de omo ka. Omo hwe se de yes. Enso kare ne nka ye ne in secrecy. But wo amanfo a around you no feel the energy that you are coming with. Enti Mr. all the other areas of our lives, no, it has connection with themselves. Oh, yes, star. When you stand, you stretch your arms, you open your legs, you realize you are a star. You are a 5-point star. Would you say a 5-point star, the tip of the top bit, no, that tip now honum no, and the bottom honum tip no, omni connection biana. They certainly have connection. That is to tell you, say, all parts of us, no, are inseparably linked. And your spiritual life, your religious life, no, it has a connection with all your political life, among the things. And say, if we cannot make sure, say, they blend beautifully for us to have a beautiful body, that is where we have challenges and we have problems in our societies. Yeah, I say, okay, when it comes to politics, I don't have to bring my religious principles or what have you in there. But the political, because our religious or spiritual quest is to give us guidance for us to understand what and who we are as spiritual beings. And the fact that we are engaging in politics or in other aspects of our lives, does not negate the fact that we remain spiritual beings. And Brother Ishmael will tell you, gone were the days people will say we are human beings having a spiritual experience. Or some people may say we are human beings having a spiritual experience in the human body. But hey, he goes straight away to our source and lets you know, say, we are spiritual beings having a gigantic spiritual experience. That is what he will tell you. And whatever the case may be, this aspect of our lives cannot be separated from other areas of our lives. Ebanesa, uye Christonia, uma Christoni daddy when you are doing your politics. Enkabe beautiful. And don't let us shy away from that knowing. Now, I say people cannot fully express their religious beliefs in politics. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yo, Bibi, and Obaba, turning to God's word. On one of the Edrus and Como you. Aye. And they Prince the Bombardier, on Baba, Abba boy and come off a fair. Come. And Chiana Canina and a brand, no, between boom. Na sauti ni nkwa dia mesro pensuo bi si nche I means you nasa na mekope kakra mesi nche na ene dey yentu akwantu no so adofo momra na ye monkomo emusiebusu ye hunsem ba ko mienu na yenko yenim fefefe me so ofachum berima aba ahoma no so nti ye bekọ ahoma no so ne ya ma ofachum akwa aba ofa wotimi nka ane bamazo.
Let me see. I drink Kessia. Let me know who is out. I said, "Oh man, we see here. I drink Kessia, but the Anoneka on the ground. I mean, young I drink Kessia, Salameka.
Say offer.
You can't be as yeah.
Say enra ye ka ma yenya ntiase say ade no obi be say eye non ending process. So enya ade a and ye ka civic education, ye ka civic education. It's a journey that never ends because some of you are still educating yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, correct.
And wherever that we find ourselves, we still continue, we still carry on and do it. And then there be a adwin kese ni nyan take shape. We carry on until we get to that point. It takes shapes for us. Yes, Anity.
No, mint me no one yet.
Okay, all right then.
Because you see, yeah, me share magne. Because sure, you can't say the what kind of I'm made straight over because mean to me, I have a problem agreeing with you. And he said, you're so lazy, and that's why you're so complacent with certain words. He said, is a ever ending. Yeah, making a cancer say, and you be deep. Wukra sabi minya papa so obedi be 77 78 years. That's still we are still talking. It's a never ended. A haunting I mean to me no ya adre no. Two, Misa can the American, Misa can be himself. There was a time, beer, Nagana ni and Kase Adrian Kessier. We start the First Republic. Kwame Nkrumah said, we can spare it, we can do it, and he did it. We got independence, and he started a massive, purposeful industrialization policy. In fact, up until the time when Yanim Pam Kwame Nkrumah, now you have set up over 520 factories all over the country. So the Abuja city, we school, your mark vacation employment is there. This will be our best obey. And then Ghana for Enko Abuja piece and me wouldn't Abuja. Most people are no Abuja, yet one could see a baby, no more but to man those factories. So you see, something dynamic did happen then. And as they are so complacent, we don't want to go there. And a thirdly, so no, and woman see a minimum you see a kind of credit. All the countries now they are making huge progress. They are going to go through a serious and very sharp, if you like, revolution. They have to be an intentional purpose to do well. One of them will have said they have to go through saying the can say it's going to get tough before it gets better. America went through a revolution to get to where they are now. And so normally, they have to go through. Life have to be, sacrifices needed to be done. Britain, English Revolution, the French Revolution, I must make references to that on the platform a lot. Russian Revolution, 1917, yeah, and about Russia, Soviet Union, Chinese Revolution, 1960, yeah, Chairman Mao Zedong. So you see, said yes, see a Tiwania can say you can't mean to me, you are you beguswa can for another 68 years of independence. You're singing from the same page. Something needs to be done. As I see a Busa will say, I didn't see a Kwame Nkrumah to me here. Now, so yes, I pam no, yes, I pam no, yes, I say near my walk on one falco, which I didn't know. And so as I speak today, and then Baku Pekraka, Accra Tamamoto way, a concrete fabrication. And so leaders by Yanum be a call for by 8 years. A concrete in Kwame Nkrumah after 55 years, not where entire baby. And common sense, you have to replace it with the same concrete. What would you beat up and coat out that table? I'm not at that time. So that tells me, convincingly, you need any intensity here. And Tina, because how do you fix a concrete fabrication road with bitumen? How? I mean, what kind of logic is that? Meaning, this is because, and so Nipa are going into politics. They are asking, say, young for leadership for more normal leading, only for them to say woman leadership on, then they line up their own pocket. Not Ghana and corporate Ghana are yet impoverished. So that is what is going on. Now me cry now no can say. As I said, the parliament will be on what dabonting. About what to Rakotian one tier. You are going to give your vote to somebody's father to become a member of parliament, while a minister, what the ex gracia, what the United Remain Yakubu Abuche, Wakoto Dam. Now the other Monty, how would Dabonting? No, that doesn't make sense. So, Enuntina, Mayor Namid Manuesi Ibiana or Rebatas, Mintimino Yadu say, it's a never ending. No, a new baby, and I lazy, Yentimin, Tiasi and Canon, Fisher, saying Canon. And some people are making money in the mess. Every 4 years, before being an ex gracia. No, a Akwantufuo say after 8 years of being president, he's richer as a person, individual. I tell Ghana, I tell say before 1 year president, So, I mean, to me that's the problem. Okay. How can they say why you're richer as against before up to 2016 1 year president? In 8 years, why you're fabulously rich? Why? Because of Ghana? No, it's not right. Mm-hmm.
All right, you offer. I understand your frustrations. So, na ye kasa ye kan wa ha nyina ne say we are not giving up, and we are looking forward to that moment. Yen semo a ye kan no to say the ye kan civic education. The very ones who are listening to us, they will come to the knowledge of some of the things that you share with us, among other things. And he say, if we think nothing is happening there, and any concern sorry cry kasa, we should just leave it. But me, what I'm trying to let you know, say it's a never-ending journey, and say, as long as you give up, we are adding up to whatever that is already in our subconscious mind, waiting for that very moment to come into or to spring into action. Fane say yeko nsuo no obi wo hono mo a obetime de bucket na akọ nsuo no obi nsuo no mo a the cup na be kọ nsuo no ni nyina no it adds up to whatever we have in the drum or in whatever container that we are fetching the water into. Enti a never-ending journey. We will certainly get there. Say, tu kwan na oyira, you detour and you continue. Now, you may say, even with our individual journeys and what have you, there may be some setbacks here and there. Mekaya brand TV na or hit through that 10 times now of ana sat nav winning honum no map na near the nam no so who hesitate on fa wo twa no ho saa man petrol nyina san okoto petrol ni bigu so still anu hu baby a onye debe on fa now se wo fa nation building na on fa eye nto aso se kwa me nkroma free hoi enkrofo bibire aba be yo mu de na nado abe ne de mahama asa aba bi o to aso no na nto aso ana progressive nto aso see offer you see said ye wo be hunu bia no there was no vacuum, right? There were maybe 1 second offer you see I know say we want more, and it's good that we want more. Yes, it is good that we want more. No two ways about that. But say when you look at things also from other side, that you, whatever the case may be, you are enjoying certain things even in present times. And I say your life is so bitter, there's nothing that to enjoy of. Even as we speak now, your life is so bitter. Be more, you will say it's enjoyable in Ghana. Is that what you're trying to put across?
Sir, me what kind of sad again means me know that. I'm saying you are
over. What I'm trying to say and say even the times are even the times Kwame Nkrumah can say, oh, yeah, we, no. Some people can come and sit here and can come on the radio and tell you the side of Kwame Nkrumah, na you're very, very horrible, na you're inappropriate. Yeah, won't be the beer. Yeah, won't be. Yes, and you know, it depends on when it fits your narrative, then you say it that way. Oh, and the bottom line is said ye tibiano. You was why a pim so until say we say until say every now and then piano we may add even an inch to what we the steps that we are taking. We are getting there. We will get there. No two ways about that. That is what I'm putting across. And yes, I'm trying to justify say, we should remain as we are. But I say about time oba enye no wa wonim say akora no nye but with the hope say that chibino abofra no he or she may come to their rightful thinking. No, you don't give up on abofra no, you continue to work on them.
Nothing happens. The old kind of say we are then very into the realm of BBI is based on hope. I know it's a realistic. Things happen because something has happened. Something have to a physics, a science. Something have to happen for something to happen. Okay. A chain reaction. Hope nkwa enye dabi empa. Wo ban wo nye na wo bompa ya say ebeye no. Until I can say in chrono a known CCR, United States, United Kingdom, Europe led by France, Soviet Union, China, things. Yangana yenye practical be to take us to the next level. And near my papa, a bit of a example say, coming to my motorway, concrete fabrication. I start after 50 say no. It's a say beside concrete. You have quota, kakra can to say, quota will not save it. So we are not fixing anything. We are walking, but walking backwards instead of walking forward.
Okay.
So they are walking there, hopefully it will take us going backwards.
Okay. All right.
This is all what I'm saying. The hope is it positive?
Okay.
I see it's a negative because they say statistics our radio. So what we say the youthful population of Ghana, about 58%, they are all on drugs. And that's the future of Ghana. 50 between the ages of 13 and 35, they are more about 58% are on drugs. And that is the future. That statistics, that's the future. And the woman in our drugs because of BB now, but I veer into the realm of drug addiction. So that clearly tells you, say your future doesn't look good.
Mm-hmm. You see, beginning from when you talk about hope, right? If you ask me. We can't take hope away from the equation. Hope is good, right? Hope is beautiful. Because, one second.
You can't keep on hoping.
No. Offer nyabutre. Okay. Say what they your friend is saying. Seed echo share a former you may say it will come. It will yield fruits for you to enjoy. Yes, sir. Offer. So what did you ever be kosher from what? You will say you know say a beba. Yes, I know Becano. What's it of us? But so a bit at the kosher form, but at the end to me, seed into me and bear fruit. Say, be a honso me boy.
Yes,
and also, hey, and hope dear, we can't take it away, right? It's
okay.
We can't take hope away. Now, one other thing I offer, I will say to this effect, and say now we can't rantia he say no or more yet drugs ewo Ghana and wasem, right? Now it took me straight away to a certain quotation of Brother Ishmael Tete. I will say the wrongs you see is a call to action. The wrongs that you see, a wrong to action. Now, on himself, na me wɔ hɔ nom and then so na me dwene ho sɛ nti what is the limit of our support? And I say, what is the limit of our financial support to nation building? Over some case out here say what in nation building what are some of the things that come to mind? Over with your taxes, me boy.
Well, yes.
And I did baby.
Na yetimi a friend said jobs before the there must be job security. A lot of jobs available for the part of the only Juma.
Okay. All right then. No.
Tax name free skies and there must be job security. Which
okay.
we don't have now.
Okay.
There's no policy to lead us to that. So we are still in the wilderness. There's no policy. So we are going nowhere.
Okay.
And
all right.
58% of our youth are drugs. There's
I would say, me expand intimate content. You say no, the financial support now you between the more minor, it comes in taxes, and a baby. Taxes
and honesty. People have to be very, very disciplined.
We're not talking about financial. What the even say a disika more man.
Financial and yet abstract.
Meaning say abstract.
Discipline even at work.
And he say a bit your tax and a bit
job security, and then food security. People have to eat.
Okay.
So, food security. Again, we don't have that one.
Now
we don't have any of the
over
support systems.
The Mami Busa's our question when say, is there a point where you will say our financial support to nation building Siana? Is it where it ends?
But because you see, there'll be and starting a crowd because you see, you need certain disciplines to achieve those goals, And we don't.
Or there
the tax ends up in somebody's pocket.
Another thing to talk about. So what's your tax?
Okay, tax in the year. Maybe I may call shop and be told me
and what's your tax?
And so still, your electricity use Ghana, your friend of prepaid, Obian who would ECG for car. And so to Anna, what you have seen a crowd, yes, I do Mukanyaka. So, I mean, listen, we are going nowhere. You're quite 1 mile, nearby 5 miles. We are not making any progress. May any will be our take would be an papa will be able to have electricity. And she said, "You're sure?" She said, "Somewhere in a crowd, come as you do, Kanya." She said, "What do you what you know? We are telling you, we machines electric machine, which mean you." So, I mean, listen, are you making progress when you do kind of 5-6 hours? No, what you're doing now, you stand still. You are not making any progress. This is what I'm talking about. You need that discipline. I didn't have to be sustainable. I'm not part area another. Yeah, abrochi awoti kania ewo ho da bia ye num no enti wo ye wadwuma bia na ekoso mo tuatua taxes wunya bi kra ati bi be ye adwuma so ahwe wo nua no wo Ghana ha ba say de wo ye wadwuma wunya 100 cedis a ya say dun kania na 100 cedis wo de akoto wa che di na sasa wo gira for you are not making any progress. That is what I'm talking about, but I'm telling you.
Okay.
And they're honest.
Of I say, I say, what we say, ye bullet points, keke. Actually, no, na explanation, de o other o concerns we be, ebeba. Right?
Na, especially electricity, prepaid,
and ye be said, ya near war NGOs, amanone they take up some of these challenges. Normal year campaign, normal support to some of people depending on whichever area or more person or more charity. No, if you are Ghana, sir, do they have charities that embark upon some of these things? You
know, me be family enko so. Me in ya normal. Me kabi be na makodi tro nti so me integrity who hear me. I dear mean no, meet me in Kamasa. See, Bobby for between a year. Why?
And then offer send a job say send them can't say the wrongs you see, a call to action. No. And then offer first when you say that charity be never create awareness for this drug abuse here. And I know see can buy no.
Oh, I think I am media now say nipa Akwantufuo and damn for. I need people around me. It's a teamwork. Me but just a walk and now of a crime see. Yeah, several attempts. It be crying now. See, I cry. You were ongoing project to see and this over this Akwantufuo family. Yeah, but Mrs. and the crime about the road. Mr. When you know, me did the ruby up to a platform to be able to me nuni. Yeah, Busia. Papa Smiley aboa me won ye nyina radio yi bie ye eda ye bie na say ye nyina na dodo na na ewra ho ye nua bi nam Ghana ha wonya adwuma because ba ko Papa Smiley identify na yetimi boa no ye man sika ye driving school adwuma bi abaga na friend Uber any Bolt driver no akoye bi na wo ye ne kakra se chena me free London be Sikoteka airport am your number me friend Robin so the Uber car no me me scap kakra sei mu no da be fa no akọ drop wo nso saa wo be ye nyina ye nua ketwa ye wo fa ase me sramo me de me board the room no adade chin ya na me de we di kan tua me seed money 5 months from August to December 25 from January so I said 6 months in January to June next year 26 saa nipa be mi no me sa me sramo I had de efe ho nkobo na asa akọ round wa charity say nura TV so 58% of the youth in Ghana no, they are all on drugs and it was alarming because that is the future of Ghana 58% and the ages of bears 13 to 35 we me jitum pass and Akwantufuo family you bet me the me I'm on the ground me tiabuche sa ti Ghana na me nkwa mama mu nyina ti ase se me nkwa nipa baakofo nchire edamfo this ye sad me feel say ye de kan the Akwantufuo Bama so family projects no a social supporter if you say nka na this any part do omuji tum mami me nkwa me ntimi yo me meye but I need support from you and you the dikai any yes are $5 and £5 no mama etua numbers are etua no e wo form enye mani nyo ho be show mo biem oh me ye board the room busumi mi no na ye wura mu obi a ontua bia obi a mpese me yes source obi atua up to December so you're free August and September and that's 2nd or 3rd September I'm up to December the next 5 months will be unfunny there and go to say mini some support momo number or beba sisi and all that not my year so papa my body run a dibe
you offer say I also no quite mean we were say this is idea number no na o hwehwe
you bet me the way na aka yeah Akwantufuo family project
okay all right then Uber drive em say nanu ya say o minim so hu ya abrantie we say kwade so you kwade
oh Ghana what
kwade yeah em say he's had some episodes of these drug issues see na some time ago people were saying they were saying they come back by but just some time ago he's picking up and he me who say what all your campaign be it came on social media all your drug abuse or your campaign in schools among other things and I say across me say we funny face also enya series bisa of such things
so cry about them kakra
one kwakumanu o man back up on omo trip bi they are just educating the young ones across our secondary schools among other things you see mamu wahu enti say unya TV sa na watwa mumu bi aba 1,000 bi na omfa enyo en support o mu TNT na omfa nkoye adwuma na kama why And that is why I was asking you, say,
Martin.
is there a point at Yabeka say your financial support to nation building and see Yentimin could be one? That is why I asked you that question. And some people may say, some people may sit back and say, oh yeah, we pay taxes. They use your dean to go and take monies here and there. You may have justification, maybe. And you know, you're say that is enough. You to us when you right? Any bebe a back a see a crowd after her. Almost say, almost say, would in young quay did you say, or Maya, young Fabian count? Yes, I know kind of offer.
It's answer much as
It is a yeah, the trying to find all someone. Oh, said I just said on the and no in the field on the champion. Oh, baboon.
What to me, oh yeah, he's very good in that department.
And on your oh yeah, dear. And he offer said a macan is a call to action. When you decide to say you find avenues to help her, you find those avenues to be able to help. And if you decide, hey, I've done enough, I'm not doing any more as well, you find all the reasons not to do more. And to offer, you find us here and there are questions and answers. Or question me, or what am I now?
The question there that they are, I mean, I want to see Ghana making progress. I don't see any indication. Yeah, I know about what is CA or Akwantufuo. Me who near me be. Say me who say Ghana. One more assorted party. I can see any you say one more yaman yourself. One year ready. Cross one bema. Emra. Near the Mranfin the year in this model. We are not living in the dark ages in Europe, Middle Ages. This is the more 21st century. Yeah, BBA based on the rule of law and a transparent. The democracy and hinges of judgment principle, 3 or 4 pay, transparency, honesty, integrity. And Rapa who say NDC vice chairman, your friend Azoka. Walker say, hi. Martin said, it was here a friend of market by home office, Wabeti to poster, so Wabe say, Niema, Kawabetuna, Quanus, Wabe say no. Kiabe ye, by election records, winning by minutes Obikuno. Ah, a leader, will party the war by me. What's happened here? 12 months trust to be. Now, what Kasa in the public space is one coming in the private AV. In the public space, glare of all media, how about BBC, when you are picking, you analyze. It's just a country, Ghana. Can country go forward with such quality of leaders? Look at their quality of reasoning and thinking. And America said, we are walking backwards. When you have a leader, Azoka is a leader. He's the first vice chairman of the ruling party, NDC. Now, saying workers are in the public space. Now, this is marks of stupidity and madness of the highest degree. This will never be tolerated. That tells me, say, looking into the future, we will, because such intentional saying it we say, one day will slow, Sam will be in 30 years, Sam will be 1 year rest will accept it, and I want to embrace it. The principles I want democratic governance. No, 1 year violence and all. So when we come here in terms of Abano, Yadia, Mahama, where I laugh. When you are Mahama, you're one person. If you got your time, where your time hands, we have leaders like Azok. No. We are not making progress. No, I fear for this country called Ghana. And I will call MPP who say this will be Wumuta. Some maybe so the now Kufa the crowd. Yeah, party in your slow. Yeah, one way tea and woman slow. All die. I've never heard say any political leader in the West, America, Britain, Ekasa would start loosely, foolish, based on reasonable thinking. Will be the president. The first appointment, security corps will be Okumasi. Where a Delta Force walk off, China said Brunuma Moja. It was violent 2017-18 violence. You have to about 2020. Your body pens here to so. This is not violence. And one here to me. That was MPP then. A coup for the time. Now we are about 2 months ago. Ablekuba not. We saw what happened. Nipa to be free. No. The country political field is so toxic. Obia be katem say me na dabia munime. Me see both MPP and DC are two stupid criminal organizations. We should take them out. They are not taking anywhere. Yeah, ma, I know me grab they will never. And I hear our house. Me say I'm on injury time. So okay, me munusa na mu kwa. And kwala kakra kan kwa. Me see 58% they are on drugs because of bad leadership. It's just the future in Ghana is dire. It's dire. And kwala will be a young man be a one more damn you know when you're quiet. No, oko America, oko UK, oko care assistant. Everybody's looking for passport and ticket to get out. Let's get it out. That's a reality. The American for a different floor. So bad can Kakra so yeah, 58% room drops for what say, so they are finished. Kakra will be a passport, no get out. That is how MPP and DC, what they've given, that's a legacy they've given to Ghana in 33 years. How can we support two stupid parties like this? A party vice chairman, Jinaho, will name the rule of law. Say, maybe Turanka, what was you, Yabeya, a by election on the window, just over Kuno, you speak. Afanyoma Waya Bonia, take him to court, then to the rule of law, respect for the rule of law. You don't talk like a madman. Especially when you are in government, go party in the work government, you talk like, Master, that man is sick. It's sick. Mintibi that was Britain, Mintibi that was America, and with Germany, Spain, say leadership, talk like this, like such a stupid talk in the public space. No, it's bad. It's so reprehensible, condemnable, and it should never be tolerated. Full stop. Maybe I'll just throw me for 4. Hello?
You offer. Yeah, that's it. I'm say frustration, you know, it's everywhere. So
no, it is sad when people in power and people think that they are right. They are wrong. They are wrong. Whether MPP and this what Kasasana, what Botamuniansa, you are not fit to be in government. They should sack him. They should arrest him and talk straight away. And as a post for the Yati or Mumi, to 2 do I want in Yatelino? Simple. What you crawling out here? Like I said, Obama, by election or you win it. You are mad when you talk like that. You are stupid. And I got a woman here. I saw committee, I said about 26 years. I'm 78 years, but you know, maybe by Ghana, I got coming and war. I don't know such a stupid man. Or maybe Ghana, I can come for some trade. I'm ready for Oklahoma and young Sapo Oklahoma. Me channel. Me channel the baby. Because of stupid party, Azoka from Ron Wabru Nipasa, he's known to be very violent over time. Azoka boys, such a stupid man. Wait, must have thrown me from.
you offer. I was saying from before into offer. You more fan calm down. You could see a jahen kakra. A brand new continue. I'll leave all the commentaries for another time. And see, eja henu. Sauti menka yanko bama so. Eja henu oh. Yo. Say eja henu nye ready. Anawaba. Okay. Eja henu bama so. Eja henu.
Bichewa.
Say bama so.
Adwi kasio.
Boko de eja henu.
And you say whether no assist. Education said, you run new season. It drew Sabria. I kind of. And from for family, so you to tow intermittently, no. And Yenica. But over we nature say. One two men and Tibobo when I could feel.
You na offer.
Me too.
One who say who dream of participatory democracy. Who shall see a debate say?
No, way back 1980, I'll be back Bruchehano. And I'll be the who say, oh. In fact, said one woman. Yes, I ye. Enti, I was here solutions, Now, because here somewhere, for time, no, Bobby, and then the Jumano. And Minya chance. Enya said, I can't remember city, no. Let me see, oh, we miss me the friend say, French philosophy, a friend of Cartesian, and Bobby Ghana for. But as a matter of fact, yeah, system of democracy, nowhere, nowhere. Now, what was a dumbina or the chair, because a near a dumbina or the my. And I was here and say, was it brony? What moves or boy, ye 3 English for the baby, but a dear almost destroy any warm partisan democracy. And
You
me,
you offer the question is
aha.
say o sha say edi mfie be say say e keka ko be 30 years and now 40 years.
Hey, in 1980, or the bar France had a chief and you started seeing so now me coffee and I'm going to say solution no cry, it will fear.
Mm.
It will
Okay.
the only say
Mhm.
was it Bodia Peer Brade. Eddie, in M say, oh, democracy no so more to practice view. But is it fit almost system? No, is it fit for black man? The question I also use no. Because everywhere in Africa, we are practicing partisan democracy. No, Osha, I will hope Papa, it works against us. Say, party way back. Not the other party who are the enemy. Internet is a destruction, confrontation. Yama pasa pasa pasa. Na adwuma a wɔsɛ wɔn yɛ a yɛde kyekyere wɔn no no abɛyɛ ebi wɔ hɔ nom a na abɛyɛ sɛ wɔfom so hardly sɛ wobɛnya party bi a the situation no wobɛtumi akyɛ ma aso ɔman no nyinaa so because one wɔbɛsiesie ne party members no ansa na yɛne egu akyire ne abɛdwene yɛn ho ɛna ɛnya ɔman biara mekae sɛ no a na wɔka biribi sɛ nyansa and yet, the chichi bibia. And think I was saying yes to me freely. But the man answer quite my enigma. So, you see a free BB ideology, a free BB manifesto, and then the idea chichi on my.
Over now, I'm say the entire Busa question, I'm young in anesthesia. And she, or the infant say a debate 30 years. Yes, sir.
What the emphasis are,
Okay.
I emphasis are.
Now, within 30 years, no, what campaign, what who say amount results to be ana.
Oh, and cry, and cry. Sapa. And cry. One more a practice anything other than partisan democracy no and you mako ye more because here obi a remark say God sakes it took them less than 50 years and one more be ama one more krom hon mantemo abeye center of the planet so enti omaya they can go move no there bibi any where chance and democracy no kra no say you betumi a ye ni democracy a you be hu say your main job on say a better chire man no a nke ni ade so a because UK say friend is saying labor for anya dia what we are expecting from conservative for say they will do better but in this our Ghana so it here again the area it create enemies it create confrontation it create negative cycle
And offer next they all kind of say, oh, campaign, who say amount results to be ana.
oh that's a platform where me nkrofo a wo motive ase brother say wo catch almost say our problem is with the constitution and nkrofo ntias because philosophy now on the year constitution you know, it doesn't bring us together The same basic logic to me, even with this platform.
Of I said, enya hankwa na oye osa campaign no. In all places oye campaign no wunya hu resource kakra bia ewo ho.
Me incident be call a friend is a PP4 platform so. I don't have come over to me. FDC4 platforms are very label and we are NPP. So, indeed, almost we said we are Ghana and that's won't come on more. No, that is the opposite side. I was here Ghana. The BBN Ghana first because Ghana here, but the who been a party no one. Because society in the body, society no any party there, any there. In the say, would be no party, you put your party first, you put your party members first. A certain percentage of a Ghanaian talent, you know, Opia will baby. Opia, it is human resources ready. Baby, a nipa no office no young patriot. Ah, we me up one at the tree, man. You be used one more talents, you know, the attitude. But it's not like that. I don't know.
Eti offer say ya mamra ho kakra unyanya impact bia in this campaign.
A campaign impact.
Unya hu impact.
Last election say near hope say third party for our more a Uganda first, no, benya certain support to be. But even 2% to cry woman that we hope no anything.
Okay, all right. Now then the question comes again. So unyanya any considerable resource change via there. Why haven't you given up?
Oh, areas you wouldn't say hope on the editorial. When you hope there, and then you put up a show one. Me think a political maturity no, and the yin Bibi said run a castable civic education was a more. I have a problem. Parties into me educating Ghanaians. That's a woman say, or mine no year, in property. Ye kwania ye big use yenny resources to their body or mine. And Ghanaian is and go that so many years our Lawrence the constitution by that year man. There. Ah, would you to me to me no would me in free some. And I'm more control to me be a woman. Just as in Yamin Ghana, it can to me in Ireland. But Nipan winning this man. You can't read me. The way you need to me. It is a to me move. That's me control. Let me check it. There's something wrong with that. Sense. Look at to me, they mean say, Akufa, create your way. Say, in different court, you want to know 339 would me quay in or yet. No, I was saying, the action you say, hey, and my obey, you went down with me. Me, you soon can for it. For you, one more problem. What's that for you? What one hour says? Who says you will anyway. Yeah, company has a maturity November.
You offer yate was say one paba unyanya resource there but won't give up. Yes, I have offer.
That's all give you up there. A penny say, who paid my bed to work with you? Who with the I said, and you need to be. And he, once Ghana, Nipa, never said. It could be said. a better point to be nobody will tell Ghanaians and say we must change the system. Everyone want make it say afraid it is a branch of our move to vote, say they don't look at facts. And a global, but only say it's going to take long time. Wait, and not the answer was it. Nitias the demo, but Yasano said a level no for more on our mobile. That's all.
You offer. Thank you. Any question I saw the two table no Maya na.
Oh, question me or we need any particular question.
No problem. Why? Na yemu ahome so ho. Na yenko eja say so right away. Any patron, say what me kan bama so.
I drink a show and I'm with Chamu.
Ya je so pa. Na patron pom to say.
Upon the moye. I can't.
And Ram say ya anton kakakra.
I say, what I'm trying to say. And some more you got person one bar, no, I can't do them.
Petro.
That be one mum. So, walk up person one bar, I can't do them.
That's right.
So, only drawing.
Drobay.
Yeah.
Oh, Drobay is straw.
Straw, yeah. Was walk over here, you try and self open. When we start process, yeah. Omutwa benua any inside no so no more tree asie no more de pampro pipe bi ahyem na omo de akotechu na si asie nti enu mu na nsa no ebefa kuduro na wo wa no ya no mu no science efo ni ko ye omo ewo no na de nti ono mu a be se wa boro no akoka duro benu so o je wo no we hu no a wo akwa beso no amba no akwa duro benu.
You Pedro, yabedasi na said ya ububu be ya nede pa na mekai mehwe joke bi a around here no okọ bona mane no wo nipa ya ka kire say oni time oni bre nti kan asem tentem na asem bi obeka bia na obube asem bi obeka bia na obube afi na afi abranche na afi ne bu afukura wo say da wadwenye adwuma na ma ka kire say me ni bre e kire wo say everything in its rightful place no is the best. Nti say wote ba enye ba bia na yekobu ba bebiri sa
You know, yeah.
Enipa ya ka kire say me ni bre ono kura no wodidi nti wasama aka no kanete oni enkwe o draw attention na o sa ahase ana sa de ahase
yeah, we got some activities asking to the
that's right yo Pedro yanku enimu
yo
na fi yo old man
mo questions mienu akoko ma wofa enu ena bakoso koma woni obi a wotie wofa enu bisa no embre dodo a wadwenwe is a participatory democracy who I just say so see 80s there I just say aburo mfi aduanan ne mburo yo enti no obetuma ma blueprint dia wa hihye da ho a send e be practice no from the local to the district to the regions and to the top no send e be so a participating no say e bia nne ya so akoye mfumtu a betuma be cheche ye mu ye from the grassroots to the district to the regions and to the national e bia no a obi tie a e betuma famu aba na e de atoto ho awe so eno e ja he no dia papa so they ekwo bi onu say wo be hase no ka say pounds no asesi say na 17 e tire And I may be sasa. Pounds ye and I'm 17. Dollar no so I say 11.75 70 about 11.70 over. Now menti say sa ahoahoa no many dollar to see the near didn't see up a campaign. Menti sa anhwem bio na ekusi say. The question was right.
You now apart from one question, only me came you.
Yeah, make a be our question next.
Our question that you Petro. Yeah, better was pa na we were say agronomu yeshin na me so eja dam to e wo say ene de me sorry ntem kakra. Nti sama bay no obahwe adwuma na echi kama in the next best 15 minutes no. Me dwane. But I will still be supporting on the way before I cut off from 7 p.m. and come back later on. Yo, Petron, you better was it. And yeah, my uncle Bombardier, na Bombardier, and so Enkebi, Onkebi, and Sana a year of a body, and so Abba, and the Bombardier, so I ready, yeah, Bamasu. You. Nse bombardier enye ready enti ene ye be call ofa body so right away ofa body owo he ofa body ofa body bama so ofa body o
Drink your papa. No how papa.
Nice one na boko there
Yami adom ye krukuram kama.
Good. Hey, na ofa body. Say me bo wudin ayi bi abesi me trim.
Papa.
Wo and questions and answers there, but any nyina ka questions no ho. Wo sa nika ya ye de yanyama de wo omaga nei. De de yama bro konkonte. Ene nasefo no. On sa nika no. Ofa body o sa nika na ye de yam nika ya o de yam bro ko a na ya o de bro ko a na ya yamama na ye o de bro ni be ye banku a na ya yamama no ada ofa body pa unim nika
ale
unim nika
menim nika na me se no ayedan ye na ye
okay. One say unim said ye mechanism na ede yamade no eye dade mienu na etwie ni meboa
network ye be hadwin
say ebe hadwin mum ye ekọ edi mitimu say ebe hadwin
menim ade kronti ye sa
one say dade mienu ana etwie ni mu nti ade ne ayi na ebro ni nam dade ni mienu anim ana dade mienu no yam no meboa Assembly dear.
Metonka.
Okay.
Metonka pa.
I said me questions yeah, some who say Timinka.
Okay.
So one I can also jeje hu. Yes, I can.
No.
When I'm new din comment or so jeje hu. Sa pepe. So what I say call kase meboa.
Yes, pa.
Enti say after over time no one says that dey mienu no. Say ya omokose ano na ano na ye rough. Into over time no won say dade ni mienu na ano no aye smooth. Na ubebusa ho say sa eye rough surface na atwe ani aba ye smooth no. Sa na de na hefa ne fire.
A custom.
Na wena unim de ma imagine course. Eja Samoa France SNE mi video bi a na papa bi ayam so ayam bidie. Na oyam bidie no. Na papa no de magnet enam bidie nim. Ohun ordinam bidie nim. Ana abranche bi kuduru honom ana o se ade na akora wuye no so se ye yam ye no ohun meta na yɛde yam yɛ no yɛ na residues ni bi egugu bidie nim nti no sɛ mede yɛde magnet ne fɛfɛ mu a ɛkyi bidie metals na residue na aba bidie na yam nim no ɛkyi ni nyinaa ana abranteɛ ni gyina hɔ so okay wɔhwɛ ampa papa yi ɛyɛ ya fe wɔhwɛ na kyerɛ sɛ particles ne nketenkete no magnet no akyekyi ni nyinaa na mehwɛ saa video no na madwene call so emra na misɔ ne mu no years ago almost about 25-30 years ago na mabrewa ɛwɔ shop ketewa bi a na ɔwɔ machine ni bi si hɔ no mu a na ɔde yam dɔk no ɛde yɛ ice kinky nti saa nkyekire mu a mede ma sɛ dadeɛ mmienu na ɛtwi ani ɛde ayam adeɛ no nti yɛkɔse beta no ne se na ɛba ebi a bɛyɛ sɛ 2 months or 3 months ebi kura enu na ano no ayɛ ne mmienu na ano na yɛ smooth ano no yɛ smooth nso a ntimi ɛnyam dɔkono no na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛ saa akɔsi bio ntimi hwɛ saa video no na ba metinim sɛ ɛne yɛ saa ano no a yɛ a ne yɛ seɛ na after some time na yɛ smooth no ɛne na hemfa ana ɛkɔ na kyɛ sɛ ne nyinaa kɔgu askenke nim
saa pɛpɛpɛ
ne nyinaa kɔgu makonum ne nyinaa kɔgu mmɔre nim ne nyinaa ɛkɔgu diehuo nim sɛ diehuo si yɛ yam meboa so ɔmo yam bibi meboa
bibi ɔmo yɛ bia
na kyɛ sɛ ɛne yɛ we dey kill ourselves na slowly we ku yɛn ho slowly
papa sɛ ɛno deɛ ɛyɛ anim asɛm yɛnim but yɛgu so a yɛnim sɛ adeɛ no ɛte sɛ obi ɔnom dot yɛatwerɛ ho sɛ adeɛ no bɛku no ba ɔne option biara ɔbɛnom
where sure see any option because show unim what I have come to discover and say unya hu problem na the solution is somewhere out there waiting for you because show because they say no I have a mechanism bi wo e wo me fie ha se a nya de a metape de but if I want to eat to say fufu ankasa ohun me nyusu padded ones de ni bi no mo mechanism me de banche ne ayi no body ne direct na me de agum na anoa na me systems a me ye na no aka fufu ni nyina afefefe kama na de ama me the solution is out there but as to say either you may not have the means to patronize the solution, you may not be ready for it, or you may just say traditional no one the BBI or PBI traditional into no become traditional so willingness to change enti the entire man this idea we buy and say ya na obo say ema ni bi wo ho no ma ohutimi ayam empintoa edi twitwa omukunu ensu no mu nkakra but we there obi be say ya nkasa nso yeku ye ho because sa na de we see a ekowurawura ye digestive system no mu de of a body it's not
yeah, dear technology, tinipan so I nim. And so still no, and one coso because of say fast. Na nanomubu baby say shuma de cosos. Papa, send your cano, Obi Ankua, wa Ankasana Obako. O yere fan pentuana, the more o yama dear no. Yinuma eko no na ekuko meka se yesusu ano ye ma amemo eyam ade wo abo so a omo kire ta abo we ne esuawo na so but ya yisu a de aya mana ni nyina eko ti mo no omo ye no bo no ne yi ne yam kitten ni nyina eko but won say bo de no nye dangerous to say metals no saa na apɔtɔyewa deɛ ɛyɛ n'ɛtiɛnti no ɛno no ɛkɔ yɛm koraa timi na ne kɔ enti papa with saa yi ne deɛ sɛ wo kɔtena fie a wopɛ deɛ left wɔ mu meboa
Ose me kɔtena fie ampɛdeɛ.
deɛ left wɔ mu lift elevator
Ah,
ɛno bɛkɔ soro
aha.
but wo nana sɛ wɔfa na ɔno no ɔnante kɔ kyekyere werɛ ɛkɔ so abankye kɔba 24 hours asi na pampam no nyinaa no na ɛyɛ exercise no bi na ɔyɛ no
Ɛnokorɛ.
lift no wonante steps no nyinaa no obi kɔtua sika kɔbɔ steps but wo steps na wonante kɔ soro wokɔba no nyinaa no ɛyɛ exercise ɛno na mene me brother baako ka sɛ na ɛnora asɛdesɛm baako a na mene obi di nkɔmmɔ a ɛbɛtɔ mu na mepɛ sɛ mede tom sɛdeɛ woka yɛ a yɛka exercise ne saa yia na ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ exercise deɛ ɛnyɛ nkwa na ɔmampanyin atamɛs yɛse na ɔtu mmirika exercise na ɔwuyɛ
Amanfoɔ.
obi tu no foro ti asɛm a aka kyerɛ me o owie na ɔsa bɛka kyerɛ me sɛ ɛmmoa no nyinaa deɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔnyini kyɛ paa ne akyekyedeɛ ɔntu mmirika na akyekyedeɛ nyini kyɛ nti ɔntu mmirika papa me so menya adwene bi sɛ mebisa no question sɛ akyekyedeɛ ɔdi ndomi akyekyedeɛ kɔdi restaurant
Ɛyɛ asɛm o. Ɛyɛ asɛm.
enti dɛdeɛ adeɛ no teɛ no sɛ bɔdeɛ yɛ a wokan wobɛwie na woanoa no nyinaa na de agu ayowa mu na wɔayam a ɛbi sɛ n'ahoɔden no ɛwɔ soro kakra mmɔ dua no ankasa koraa yɛ aduro enti no ɛno deɛ ɛkɔ koraa no a ɛnyɛ dangerous tɛ sɛ deɛ woka no no na wowɛ mu a ɛbɛsi ne but yɛntumi ɛnya no hɔ because of sɛ ɛwɔ an advantages ɛbɛma nnoɔma no ayɛ fast ɛna onipa biara nso pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ less busy na ɔyɛ fast de biribi a ɔyɛ biara na ɛyɛ fast enti abɛto yɛ no deɛ ɛyɛ deɛ asɛ nimdi kankan yɛde yɛbɛkɔ ɔfa ɛka asɛm bi ɛfa sɛ youth ni ɛyɛ on drugs 50-something%. Ɛyɛ true so ɛyɛ true sɛ ɔmbɛkɔ drugs because ɔmu de biribiara yɛ ɛna adwuma no ɔbɛyɛ no ohia adeɛ bi a ɛbɛyɛ mpawa no na watumi ayɛ akɔ enti no the moment a ɛnoɔma bi ɛbɛba nipa wakwan mu na wantumi ansi no gyinaeɛ papa na akɔfa ɛnoɔma bebree nti wo question ne deɛ ɛm sɛ yɛka sɛ yɛka ɛyɛ a whole topic o
Ɛnokorɛ. A whole topic in itself. Yo, of abodi. Me brɛ na yɛ brɛ enti me gya wo ɛde ama Sam na wahwɛ akyire kama ɛde ama me. Na ɛnyɛ bia wo question bi a wo pɛ sɛ ɔde to table no so ana.
Question
remember say eja say nso the question bi ato ho nti no.
Ono no question no kura na osese.
Oh.
No say beti dollar bi asem.
Ose on say soloku a na ye bo emra dollar no call form no. Saa soloku no say ya bo awie ye mobium. Wonti soloku no bium. Right?
Okay. Papa, eno de ye beka ne say so far as say ade no aye sustainable, aye sustaining dollar no within some months agina ma inflation ne no ma ekofam no. Ehun nya say ye begina e say ye pay ade foforo. Te eye na nka dollar no ekọ ye na ebi a dollar na sa ti free akoduru 17-18 wa na ye beka ho asem bim. But so far as say ye within no na dollar ne euro ne cedis ne pounds mo amoni say enyina fa ko ho a na so ate kakra na aba kakra by send na ewe aye de na ekomirika no eti na beduru sa place ko ya tima stable wo ho kakra ache na within yi na no enam 10 11 10 11 10 11 12 no 10 11 12 extra 14 mo na say be ka dollar no ho asem bi na medical kan ade na nkasa no go no ya hye wi eti say hwe another ka say ko celebrate goals na chese bibia ni ho papa bia say ene ya na ye nugusu ya ka say nipa no bebre eka MPP NDC me no mo nya adwentem bia ne say difference bebre wom ebi ne say dollar ya o kan dollar ya chi hwe first time emre bebre akwawe Nila Ntevanda boy free sports ministry no enkofo we fa budget bia omukọ tranwa sports for no rasta no omo yi no omukọ fa sika no omo de abetu e konso boom no omukọ ene me boku fi Adam Sabaso hwe ne no ma no me pe sports nti no bona baso but akabi akakra waya de papa wo hwe no ma waya na waya de look I say enoma abufu kura we ye mi say omo eje pedium papa ye ka pedium ene de mbetimi abo am kakra pedium se papa kwa ye just afo pedium ene de o em so bi ayi gina so ma de ba kakra pedium mbetimi abo am de
pedium no eye aban allowance bia ye di ma obi a wo ye aban adwuma so ye tua wo ka wo busune de mom no for example say wo koye meeting bi sa no a ye ma osika e kra yes sometime bia electoral commission me ba for na me ye campaign manager no bia ye meeting wa akosombo nti ye ne a be free kan akosombo no ye meeting ni wi a ye me esika na ya my envelope 200 300 cities and no pay them for spend our travel allow TNT car you free in call meeting allowance and pay them we took our meeting war Spain and our Belgium the owner apart from Wusu Yaketian yes I'm allowance be a couple and only pay them the demand for you are town and case what did allow the year other meetings I buy interest as kind of demand I won't be brave you know in game your friend pay them no I was had the
ni mini na mepe
ni mini no any say show some say adwuma yaba adwuma yetua oka bosomi ni yetua oka na so bia emergency meeting bi ho ukoye bibi fufuru a ya sama allowance bi Ghana ye ta friend bi a TNT e bi a wote Ghana wonya nkwa abrochie no se me fan say wo kumase a e bi na ya so ase ko furu dua koye bibi boss ya ma osike bi ukwa taba on be scout be didie wo betu nsu anu betu bi aba ya ma extra ebia 500 cedis show and you pay them for coming so be that when asa be kumase how now base per diem is an allowance extra allowance for the work you do
good extra allowance and I say
allowance
still no
apart from busumi so I be sad wa ketua ama wo
but the moment na ye dey ma no me pese me nya understanding the moment na wo je sa per diem ye dey ma say fa e den fa ni say because
say inconvenience wow dear the only way there so be the same me no club bia we be me fa say work say wo offer board bia dey wo no bia ye betu apɛ dem me no akɔmiti na wo pɛ dem wo de betu nsuo ana wo de betu me de betu bia
wo de betu nsuo wo de bedidi
yes
wo de be me fa say wo de betu
wo pɛ bia wo personal choice so ye de nya the amount
so me yema yintina me pese
unyanti asiye no eye
me pese ye nyina nyanti asiye say because me definition no me ti asiye no ye tse ne wo kan da ma say ba bia wo kono e bia yentimi nya duane ma yentimi nya we ma wonti no
abitie na be bi o konkonti o na wo ya to bia say whiskey na wo ya extra
enti say good enti say ko ba bi na say e bia abaya mama hotel ya mama duane and a small house yes say abaya mama sika o mama duane ye bi mania pedi ona e san de mom no say chire say ya mama top money top money wo bibia wo
so abaya musen adia and it's an kind of bedium a hia because you tua wo alupriti okoye meeting Spain, who free London ko meet in Spain. Ya chow ticket, return the amount. Hotel over there, ye buku. We call breakfast, lunch, dinner. You training your idea. I'm say, per diem. Maybe say, Bibi, I will do to go. Cannot be to London. Yes, you meet in Madrid. Enti pocket money, what will be? So what in London and Kawa do no more. You have small Jumama company into the 100 euro. Winya perfume be and what told the coach or year an hour bar. A quanso idea. A cacre be too much beer. I no pay them because nobody London me here. Now what's from some Queen Madrid? I say me no a quanso idea. Me talk. I'm the better me and me return it back London. Kakre we no nya de doso eno ne pediem no otherwise senka me me dwuma London me pon na me coffee na edwuma na so am say me nko Madrid it's a different company different country bibia is different bibia aduane kwa ye
offer eno de eno no enye different country na ukon de eden a ye de osika beka ho because of say different country na say etua o say bonus ye de beka ho extra money bia eno no ye de ka ho eno ye different. And the word per Ghana and Ankasa crowd, Ghana, who are Modina Motia no Mukushia. Per diem. Meaning say, the meaning no, and as a senior, Metias, and yes, Bia, Scabia, the ancient Danya, dear Shay, Monamode, bed D, BB, and as some of the bear normal surround the Scacras and the Okano. But, yeah, the NSA. Blaster, yeah, the ancient American wins a Kufia dance, catch there, say Blaster. Budget ya modi aba no sika ewo mu a modidi ana sa official bia de costo bia amount of say ya get to most and the per diem session no ono no oti ase sa anyi Ghana sika no na ekọ even though send ya oka no because of say ya practice manaka ho nti oka say sika no dọọso ne eyi
nti so na yentwem ka
to my na de oye ho ade na me pese me ka ho asem ne say sa sika na ye kan players no mko akobọ no ono player na okobọ ball Anthony Semenyo na ogina park so no ono gi 150 by obi oye ball boy a ono be surgeries and as a ball no call a year ono gi ebi 200.
No, that's wrong. And they are not able to say yes. So we kaya eno na 2014 World Cup Brazil. Sule Butari any Prince Boateng pai officials no assume say you need na pa ye bu ye na me tumrika. Ye sika mo fa won ka say Mahama no give say 3 or 4 million cash be fly you see a free anchor be first because one the tip part if you tumrika wo na mu bu ye chow na officials a wo fu kakaka so nti say but players can do sika kesi and call one way footballers like I see na kesi officials be a half of their players
yo man for boarding we
yo entino niana ye make nyina ne say yenya at least yenya nipa bi wo ho a regime ni bi wo ho a omoye bibi mu o but o ba be ka say mre bi ye ne say na enye ema oman ni nyina kan enti sata me ye nkoso nya ne sabiu even though grofo ba de kan omo se da ye na ye ne ye eyinti no ye bekoso aye ye mfi obia eme budget bi a African Cup of Nations host nipa be for be within 4 days na budget ne ye ne Minister of Finance budget cry but first time oye na petrol keke o car fuel no grofo budget say 58,000 na dey say Accra to omo hotel keke no omo de kon $58,000 nye Ghana cedis ana ko fia dan so wati ase enye yi enti efiri na kokora no sa petrol ni ayi no watwam because Minister of Sports na nkasa kora no omo allocation wo ai allocate ayama omo petrol ni bi ama omo tite mo se ka ni hia petrol nko a obekire mo filling station wo mo ko bugum na ayama na mo de ko 58,000 na Kumasi to Accra kora na mo ko no plane na edo mo ko no plane nko na edo mo ko no plane kora gisɛn na ne fuel kora de be fuel yesɛ $58,000 enti na me can say at least na me advocate say attorney general ya wa ba ya na o kasa ne nkrofo be negotiate no waje 70% kura sika na o mawia no me de maka ne se me preso manager me ka kura ansa o de sa adwen ne ba e be boa me yenya sika ni bi yes yenya mo de aba ne yenya ne se ne da na mo ye no se me ka se bobo no ma nkrofo ye list ya ehwe kura yenyina kura bu be fuma ye no wako order 90,000 or say no you try and say you see a teso babe 32,000 no what 70,000 no mai no say budget enkrofo time 4 million a quarter so much we almost the 1 point something million a coy and minister no and na no or say a buy no enkrofo trust young betima ye kakra say even though putupru aben so because nim Ghana for so asem politics na omo ye no so agenda omo ni da ho kakra because any make no ka Kofi Adams betima e more asene saade we sika no ko betima tia ma number fam biem na $2 ne kura no nkanye so oti ase say $. Upon say e dey ko charge nyina no e say sika no ye cedis na si e convert kura ne nke convert ko France because almost difference by microphone timi budget 1 point something million say eji na ja Kofi Adams time watimi ate so manaba 800 and something thousand 866 to say enti we na make say even though microphone mi enu nya de but he den a ye benya obi o yesen obi papa kakra wo because yentimi nka say kuro no blaster ye ni masi wo honti no ye mo national team ye be na benya kudus ye benya pate ye benya we chen we kakra China even though masi ni Ronaldo kura no gina ye to aba den be yi say we ade sen we enti MPP NDC no me de mo amoka se omo ye pe no me nyentum da omo ntimi nye pe na me de masem wie no mo ka asem bi fa NDC first vice nasem no azuka na yi ya fa ne se azuka no de enim ne dada se wo anko school ne profo kan kura nye on shemra onim mra obodam wajimi odidi okontokwa dada se ne mo kan se de oya no obi ono shemra maye no oso onu ni mra so ya jani pa no kwa attack obi a eni nim se wo we de oda uram na adwenya adwuma se eba se ye treating krofo ni bit se we mo de e ka omo a omo ye nipa na ma azoka mba be kan asem na me tie ni interview bi o se wono anka se obeku no ka kire se obetu na afiri so ode ne bekọ so obeto no ho a nka evidence ni kura no to ode ne befa kwan so mo impeach no ono anka se obeku but at the end of the day the tongue no they can obi abetime interpreting now was penyo marking as a lawyer as a mrashe bajeni as a minority leader a okra so ko majority kotro mokonwa so a beke sama watra ho bon safo hene we defend am for court adana ma ono waduru ono wa hu se babi ade ne bono enye enti ono mfa nkokot se court mra na omeye na ono oye ma hye bajeni no a oni mra no eko misbehave etiti obi ese obi no ma ye pese obi ono de efura kire no mom no no medi mra so no eba ni se enye yi se emra no ye nyina ye di so a ye di so tembia ye meka se o asoma sidi e oye ye no adenti na wo de wankokọ na fenyo makin na ono ade si parliament kra bagwen time wo se o ma ka bibi se o mu tu na yi 3 minutes mo oduru court no nya judgment enade no wo hunu court kwan ya ono o ke samachofo nti sa fenyo makin confirmachofo adenti na se ono a otimi koji judgment within 3 hours e wo supreme court no ono a nko supreme court adenti na ese azoka ko supreme court media mema adwen ana se meme ya NDC for na yi a supreme court ni police system de nke se omoyi free because omagije nkrofo ya che saa na Kwame Nkrumah ye ya omoto no bomb o se oh ye democracy omoto no bomb ni ya tuntuo ni ye ni se na Kwame Nkrumah hwe omo ena etu no free so no eti yɛse ade a ntekuma anansi dua a wadi awo no ntekuma ntrase yɛnim nkrɔfo wɔ mu timu te sɛ huriye deɛ ɔmo hia ne sɛ wɔn so de bɛhyia ɔmo sɛ ne ɔmo nkrɔfo na aka no obiara twa dua mienu Dali John ba ya ɔno ɔmo si so a ɔkanya ɔmo mu kakra na fɛ ɔmo man no mu adwo the moment a wobɛyɛ ne sɛ o MPP ni ayɛ madeɛ me deɛ me kɔkɔt ɔkɔ a no sɛ nkosi hwe enkosi hwe nyame adom sɛ nyɛ afra yi ɔmo woman organizer yi a nyame adom yɛtumi apam na anka court cases yi kura bebree hɔ a ɛnkɔ baabia nkɔ baabi because ɔmo yɛ kaba ɔmo yɛ criminal organization ɔmo organize ɔmo ho yie paa ɔmo organize ɔmo ho yie ba sisi a na adeɛ baako ɔmo ani agye ho sɛ ɛnura abatoɔ no kura kyerɛ sɛ Ghanafoɔ ani ete ba yɛn ni kura te youth no kura deɛ sisi a no ɛbi sɛ tramon kura sɛ yɛgya ɔmo nom no mo because tramon na bi ɔmo adwene mu abatoɔ ɔmo to ne this time sɛ ne ɔmo si position ɔmo ho no kyerɛ sɛ saa tramon no tetefoɔ mu nya bi nom ya na nka yɛ pa nka kwa nkroma adeɛ na ɔde gya amo no ka mbɛtumi ahwɛ so yi because ɛyɛ na me hwɛ di mi na ne the way a nkrɔfoɔ no si ɛtra se punish nkrɔfoɔ a mesi first ni yehu saa deɛ we ni anka sɛ o me deɛ na me yɛ santini a womatum me yɛ ahonani yɛ ka hwe kura fo me ntia se bibia ni a kyɛ sɛ yɛnya ka yɛ na wagya tum o ndc fo deɛ ɔmo yɛ ntɔkɔ ɔmo pɛ ntɔkɔ ɔmo nkɔ school da na wagya tum sɛ kyatwitwi kata yɛ brilliant so yɛ dɛn o MPP fo deɛ ɔmo yɛ sei na wagya tum sɛ nipa no ɔno nso nim adeɛ onim nyansa onim dɛn na because of say party unity wagya tum no ankasa nyɛ research ba sɛ tramo timi ma nkrɔfo wei etimi resin sei MDC abaya ɔmo bu ne sisi yi a ɔmo gu so ɔmo bu ya no ma akɔyi a manfo ɛka inflation ɛkɔ fam yɛka light yi kura fa kofi nka ho asɛm bi because ɔteɛ mu no ɛme sɛ gyinapɔ wate wosɛ mbɛbɔ gyinapɔ akyi sɛ o complain do don hwɛ no fix yi no sisi ogya akasa no sɛ light ne gyina so kakrakra the moment yɛ to abama wo awie no a wo yɛ gyinapɔ no wo be complain bi mu a na wo pɛ sɛ wo kyerɛ me sɛ me yɛ gyimefo because wo na yɛde tumi na hyɛ nsɛm deɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ bia no yɛ wote nkyɛn no ne yɛbɔ Akufo ado akyi ne yɛ wenti yɛde adeɛ no bɛhyɛ nsɛm pɛ wo deɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ complain bi sisi a start ɔyɛ ne dwuma ɛma no ɔmasi so no anhwɛ bɛduru baabi kura no sɛ ɔmo kɔ so yɛ sɛ ya MDC bɛkɔ akɔgye bantama nyina seat but sɛ ɔmo tim so yɛ ɔmo de ne yɛ ka bibia so na ɔmo nte na azoka mo nso sɛ nhunu ɔmo di ɔmo kɔ so ya o yɛ wɔ power yɛ wei yɛ bɛdi sɛ me deɛ ɛma hinni a me support azoka no azoka deɛ deɛ me a ɛma hinti na me support but ɔmo nso kɔ so yɛ ne saa na Ghanafoɔ na ɔmo punish Akufo ado mo ɛka sɛ nkrɔfoɔ bi kɔbubu nkrɔfoɔ tuo ayawa so obi twa video kɛkɛ ɛde yɛ bɛto so na ɔmo akoko no kakai amanfoɔ yɛ demonstration ɛkɔ akɔsie no na ɔmo ko ɔmo punish ɔmo sɛ ndc foɔ no so ahunu nyansa anwen we nyinaa ho na ɔmo bɛ ɔmo adwen sɛ ɔmo so bɛkɔ so abuse power na tramo foɔ na tramo no ne red no bɛka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ nkrɔfoɔ we nyɛ papa ɔmo punish ɔmo ɛbɛma other parties na ɔmo ba third force na ɔmo ba no ɔmo bɛka ɔmo asɛm a ɔmo bɛtie even though sɛ nyinaa yɛka sɛ ɔmo nyɛ serious but sɛ aban na ɔte so no asɛ ndc ne san feli ɔmo bi ho a me yɛ sure say sɛnea Ghanafoɔ boys na discerning this time ebi a ɔmo nyɛ nkoduru sɛnea ebi a wɔpɛ ne deɛ but me hu sɛ ɔmo bɛto aba surprise Ghanafoɔ a ɛbɛyɛ nwanwa me saa nneɛma wei esisi nansɛn no ɛma ma hu sɛ me nka sɛ NDC MPP yɛ two party a ɔmo aka Ghana bi mu sɛ other party bi yɛ ne nneɛma yi a obi yɛ ne nneɛma yi a ɔmbɛtumi abɛ surprise unless say Mahama kɔ so na ɔyɛ nneɛma yi a ɔyɛ kakra even though nyɛ nipa nyinaa na bɛtumi agye ato mu gidigidi ba yɛ mo a yɛatena Akufo ado aban mu ahwɛ sɛnea n'aban obɛbu yɛ na Mahama first term sɛnea osi bɛbu ne man na yɛ nyinaa ehu nneɛma a ɛkɔɔ so basaa nneɛma na ɛnɛ yi n'aban a ɔbu no near the toto saa no man even though Jelly John Lawrence no conform kran ya de toto ho na se ye ka se Mahama Aban wo koso na ode be 10% kra pagye 10% a bedding but say obafom na ye behwe dollar ye ekosuri na esan huri ko ne 17 ho ana akọ 20 na normal ekoso sisi a insecurity na me this time me buy say me be boss me bo ho pa eno de me hu say ekoso because president na kuro mu kura no na say ya asase ho na omo ko ho gidigidi nipa over 30 something omo eno a cost to worry ade a me hu ne say enye ese obo no ho modern yi enye ho nko an cry city ye capital city ho and say bi mu di omo na ye kunkum krofo just like that but ko no ho ade no kra de am de ya fa ne say yi dada different places robo ni ye we go store ye be hu na amanfo akọ no insecurity no akoso you see ano minister of is we interior ene sa minister of security you know omo no ese omo paja omo minimum omo di ankasa na enoma bebre etimi yi na say amanfo sorry agenda against Akando, but what proof Madika can have again Akando is one of the Nkrofoa SCFNI yipa try must see even though calm ninya my but or managing normal I must see a health system no cover bia say Ghana health no health insurance and the more paja and no my kosoro but babia men no me who say a hard drain pa see ya prem woman insecurity no ya doso wo man nim me side wo me hu ne say insecurity no abananim na sankofo no omo ye gidi omo ye sa na oma no so ya paper bi amfo omo anhye na say abana ntu omo so sa den be ko position enti sam question bi any word ya na che me de besi
Fabodi, that's a big gray. That's a big gray. By from media, I am pensing I can't point. By me, I sure say, oh, Kakeke, on Jindi, as a trauma into, and that's all kind of ask like a Ghana.
I say no dey be boom na be ende yeah dey no do
I bet I'll about what kind of my dream business so I think say more so because to say information obi atimi nya no wa like easily nkwala we on petwe on phone and now na na kan bia no bombard e kan no omo ye ya omo call social media na obo ne information wa until we your penny bi say okogini easily no omo hu no omo ni ate and anything me face atem the dey no so na ba dos because omo bre na say omo call social media na so omo so down ya ba wa be sit down wa be talk wa you say ya omo dream ho en ko ye nti no dey I think me dream on me face information are easily accessible no and then na nkwala ni timi able to send ya o move it no ba ye ko ni mpa na ebebo and say education ya de be ma na be o kasa information a be using wisely to keep on building wisely me feel
Safo me de manu si no me de manu si de ba kakra dem de kan say ayi sa tramon na red na ebani nyina o say sometimes no na ayi empanfo no mudi ye ho few enkrofo mo krasa na o mani bani nyina ye non people a omo aban mu ne omo sika enim omo enti adanti na no te galam say no mai aban wo pese wo bra o nhye ni nyina wa yi ho mo ko fa obi port ho obi a oni sika bi wo ho kakra bi dia no mo be hye no mo dia dada na still ade no system nim
no ana kana sa na mo ya na te sector say ni am betimi stop no
insecurity ekoso enyina no sa na o ma we o fa tramon no ma no atwitio ye man 10,000 na okoko na otutio
yeah
na
by for body before I'm more calling person make sure me also in the dollar and the yen train could do by 16 17 and sunny best I can sana kan ya na
da bi a trap 12 kwa e se ka ho asem
Okay, Martin. Person
That
making
was
sure
but
some Martin.
within
Yeah.
10 and 11, 10, 11, when they say normal.
Now,
Okay,
and ra,
Martin. My husband
and
okay.
ra, Mrs. San, up
I
to
mean, call
about
them
2 months.
also.
2 months ago, now Mrs. San pound no, 13 series too, and Mrs. San £100, £50 no, hey 16 series, yeah, mommy,
Okay,
1,600 series. It's 16.
that's it.
That's where we
Oh,
Oh,
are.
young call. Mammy call
but
you.
That's
Mammy call
yesterday.
them also. Yeah,
a
really
bank,
sorry.
Oh,
Mammy
for
call
your
them also.
forest bureau, and your bank forest bureau.
Mammy call them also.
Bank it say about say one more business people like cranium. Who say you was September, one more a person a cranium for Christmas, you know. They have to send the money away now because it will take about 2-3 months for ship or remember. And between now and December, no, there will be shortage of hard
Mammy
currency
call them also.
for the
And I
Christmas
am really sorry. I
markets.
think so sorry. Wow. And certain can Bama so.
Agene kɛse o.
See be able call there.
Adomo bibi abɔkɔ.
Then you say, Mammy, for question when was to see not call anymore. So my and I am really sorry. They are sorry. They turn into God's way. I think it be better. Yeah, may just say a bisa or since the new administration shares, net dollar ne from the net yemu bini ya hu dede pa by nansi akwa to say yan kan ho asem biem. Ana me of body din komo sisi ya no. O sisi ye edru be 12 ho a na ebia e besa da aka ho asem a ne starting ye dede. By all kasana na me call ye just to look at way Bombardier, I don't know, so one platform, and so I'll be post to rate exchange, and until the last three, and I'll be post to, according to say, every time there is going up between like 10, 15 cities. By air call, it's what dreams and train a man in Drew baby and say about the day there, and I say, air conking kitty, I don't know if I choose so I can, and drunk or course, it's not been a cost £3, you know. Yen chairman in baby and say they there now say do they still have it under control? What do you need?
Okay. Mepacho menim baabi a wɔfa kɔsesa ne sika no. Ebi a wɔsesa no wɔ forest bureau anaasɛ wɔsesa no wɔ black market anaasɛ tap bi anaasɛ biribi saa. Menim baabi a wɔsesa no. But wohwɛ ɛnɛ interbank rate for currencies na ɛnɛ yɛ 3rd September 2025 interbank rate no. Wohwɛ a the USD 3rd September US dollar ɛne Ghana yɛtɔn no buying it at 11.8941 ɛna selling at 11.90. Wokɔ pound sterling ɛyɛ 15.98 ɛna wɔtɔn no 16.0. Nti ɛwɔ hɔ wokɔ interbank rate na ɛwɔ hɔ.
Adam Pacho, real quick, Pacho, before I go in, just to make sure we're on the same page. Obeja to say a cost in kakra based on Bombardier exchange rate now the back within the last 3 times. Obeja they say a cost from kakra. Obeja no atum.
Yes, media to Akoso
Okay.
about
Mitio.
Akoso about 0.7 something percent.
Okay.
Akoso.
Mitio. Koso. Mitio.
But uka that 0 point something percent margin who the back calculation ma sika bebre enye sika kitwa sika bebre. Even though say it is marginal who to you maybe over when say marginal no, but who classify into a larger volume sika bebre. Nti that is a thing. But the exchange rate problem na ɛwɔ hɔ no. Me problem sisi nea ɛwɔ hɔ sisi a ne sɛ it is incumbent on Akwantufuo say or the nine besi hɔ. Then they crack the whip, especially the bank managers. Those bank managers na omu create problems no. These are the people they need to check because these people have their abochi people around. You go, they tell you the money, oh, they are short of dollar, they are short of US, it happens to somebody before in front of me. Nipa ni deposit sika in the morning. Around 2 no nipa ni sɛ ɔkɔ akɔyi sika na ɔmo say euro ni hɔ. The person has to start to shouting at the bank na ɔmo kɔyi sika ni ma no. So the question was, sika a mi bɛ deposit sɛ mo si sika ni hɔ, sika a mi bɛ deposit na anɔpɛ yi and do 5 hours mpo. Bullion van biara nso mmaa mbɛfa sika no. Ɛbaa ne sɛ na mo si sika ni hɔ. Nti mi ba abɛyi mi sika ni bi de ayɛ transaction mo si sika ni hɔ. So these are the problem that Akwantufuo will face because the money found itself into the Abuchi's hand and then they sell it at 13.7, 13.8 and then they make a profit and share with the people at the bank. And it's a fact, a fact. So the Abuchi people get the money. When you go to the bank, they will tell you there's no money. And this has been happening. So it is one problem Akwantufuo or say on funny nine. I think say Kenoforia tie statis no statis say or chichi this Abuchi for no. But people use politics. They can say, oh, politics. They are one of the major problems. They don't open a bank, the interbank people, the bank managers. They are one of the major problems that we have. The currency is there, they will tell you they don't have the currency, and therefore it puts pressure on the cedi. When you do that, the effort of the day, either NDC or NPPO, they will suffer. And so even though you are working, some people are working because of parochial interest, they will be sabotaging you. And this is the timer. They have to set example. They have to do something to do. Because if you sit down like that, but people are sabotaging. They are not sabotaging you, say, and I say bibisa, but they are sabotaging you because of their greed. That is the reason they are doing that. And so this is one of the major problem I think say it is also affecting. So that margin, the interbank rate, because last week now 10 point something and now about 11. 10.9 something and now about 11. So it goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. But that margin in a day, and yes, the finance minister need to do something. So where to me, the directive ama and then one thing nkurɔfoɔ nso yɛ some few months ago wokɔ Ghana na sɛ ebi a wokɔ Haida anaa hotel ne biribi a they quote the figure in dollars anaasɛ in euros, but ɛnɛ he has been able to put his foot down, say nobody, even the government sector, nobody should quote anything in any like transaction biara ɛwɔ euro mu no anaa foreign currency mu. The old rate now ɔmo no yɛmfa ne sɛ na first no ebi $100 ɔmo charge $100 near 17, so definitely they getting 1,007. Today $100 na about 10, for example about 10 ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛgye saa $100 a ɛyɛ 1,000 but they are now quoting 17,007 ɛno nso yɛ korɔ no. And so sometimes aban bɛtumi ayɛ ɛmi sɛ ɛno ana mi tie obi aban bɛtumi ayɛ, but the onus lies on some people. And yes, they are trying to bring down the government, but their own greed, the greed for money, and I said the rush for greediness in Ghana, creating a lot of problems for us. Indiscipline, and it is time. Ebeye NDC, ebeye NPPO, they should put their foot down to punish those. But someone to me and say beer or munkrofoni be yes no, and they leave them, then the government of the day will suffer and people will bash our government. So the honors lies on Akwantufuo, say he will do something about this transaction at the bank. Send the cedi, because anyway it has been stable for a little bit, it's better anyway, but that margin on it very huge, and so it may affect some people in a very significant way. So I believe say if they can do something about it,
Yo, Adam, I agree with you.
Oh.
People's greed, Nkrofo greed doesn't help. Um, yeah, for grade doesn't help at all. So I hope say the government, I'm with the embassy for no my baby afa ho.
na afei
And
nso mewɔ biribi ka about afei no marking ni sofo azoka.
okay, one tell
In
my and
fact,
yanko yen yeah that's it.
Mini
sofo
awia
azoka.
bo awia hye ye yanka bi na so aka bi yanko. Oh,
Oh, more
I say
Cassandra,
I say
do
yeah
5 minutes in Koyi.
no
Okay,
Adam
no. This kind of thing.
Adam Tobo
Obian
Adam
Kasa more
Tobo
than 5 minutes, 10,
Adam
15 minutes. Have you not
Adam
spoken or
Tobo
spoken for even 5 minutes?
them so be ye to bo
Adam
na say mo na mo ba
Adam
mo na
Tobo
bibia eh ya them.
Adam Tobo and until I'm more no until I'm more
Samo,
no
Samo,
ha no ha
some
Offer me the can
find out
$10
issue.
no five.
Finding the £20, $20, man. Why?
hey
Some
we
of
be
$20.
20
Why?
pa
$20.
keep 5 and for
Papa
20
Mate, Papa Ode Mate,
$20.
so Mr. Miba man
All
show
right.
I
we
could remember
Sammy the
also
car.
my America crazy I think say Adam Reka of Abuachi na fe and
My
Sunny
bed the car.
about Sakusi
Adam
to
Mitcham
Tobo
from
my
Adam. I got not also. Okay.
at
Mpacho,
Adam that take care of you
sofo azoka ye bibi enra. In fact,
cut on the tail.
me nyayanka, the police should even arrest him for threatening somebody's life. And I say, Obetri, you don't have the right. Say, nipa na ye bibi a enya. You have to go to the police to report to the police because it is a criminal offense to tear somebody's poster, especially political poster. It is a criminal offense in Ghana. And so Afenyo Markins is too much. Afenyo Markins has no right. So the fact that Afenyo Markins has any right, does not also give you that opportunity. No one could who threaten Afenyo Markins, who say, Ube tu nanka, ube ni say, untumi nyani who. But the problem is, it is becoming unbecoming of a minority leader who is a learned lawyer. It is becoming unbecoming of him. And it is time the police do something. This is the same lawyer who slapped a police officer in a full glare of everybody. Video captured him slapping a police officer. In fact, our law said, put the small one. Your laws say, even if a police officer touch you in a uniform, you have no right. But in this case, Obo police assume. This is the same person. It is purported, say, you organize hoodlum to go and beat somebody who you are even handling a case for. The person you are handling a case for, you organize people tax to go and beat that person when the case is in court. As a lawyer, this is the same person in parliament some time ago. You said you are going to fight your friend is Muntaka Muhammad. This is the same person. And hear me, yes, if it is a layman, you say your MPs need be lawyers. But a lawyer knowing very well, say, when you tear somebody's post, you are you better near jail. It is a criminal offense. And yes, it's a criminal offense to do that. You have no right to do it. So why would you do that? In fact, sometimes some of the politicians, hey, you are disturbing. Some of the politicians, they invite problem for an answer, almost inviting problem. Emma, I like to create chaos. Because yesterday I saw Mihu Yamini, your friend is saying, Nana Bimu, they were in a very good mood, no mood bonkomo. I saw a lot of people, their videos and going on. Why would Apenyo Martin go to the constituency office to go and tear pictures? In fact, as a minority leader, as a lawyer, when you know the law, the CI does not give you that opportunity to do that. You do not have the right to do that. It's too much. He's creating problem. Where Yemfani says, a problem be by even though we blame Chief so far as okay. But who brought it up? It's Apenyo Martin. And he is the problem. He is the reason. The statement he made a day before yesterday, the election, cost them a lot. How can you accuse people of killing Kumi? Accuse the NDC of killing Kumi? His reckless comment, I think, is too much. It is becoming. If the NPP does not take care and does not do something about Afenyo Markin's attitude, if they don't take care, 20% because people are becoming too much. And now, Kennedy Japan do honor. Look at how he was behaving. Oh, Almighty Kennedy Japan. Look at how he was behaving. On only so far as they were playing, they were laughing, they were doing all sorts of things. That is what we were looking for. Not to be doing warmongering. And then you hide behind parliamentary immunity. Say, because I'm a parliamentarian, so police cannot invite me. It is becoming unbecoming, and it is time the NPP and we Ghanaians have to tell our fellow Martins he's doing it too much. The same thing he did to the deputy speaker, who is a senior brother of yours, who is a senior lawyer. He is your senior at the bar, who is even in terms of everything, he is senior to you. He is a senior brother. He is a cousin to the first deputy speaker. And yet you misbehaved towards, you were saying all sorts of things against him. And when he told you that he is a man of indomitable lion, who cannot be intimidated by mere mortal, you say you do not understand. You went as far as calling the family people to ask him the reason when he did that. In fact, sometimes the behavior, it is causing problem. The behavior, this is not how Osetie Mensah Bonsu. There are times that Osetie Mensah Bonsu bargain will engage in a heated argument, but who wants this kind of attitude? And so Afenyo Markin is doing too much. But what Chief Azoku so far Azoka me support is sorry to say, sorry, sorry to say, me support is so it's just uncalled for. He has no right to threaten somebody's life. Thank you.
Yeah, Adam, yeah, that's a bit brave. And, I'm glad you made the point that, in support to either one of them. By at the end of the day, send them a kind drano, Messan can be in Fahu, any who started it or who is going to end it. At the end of the day, your koso ekoni yema for far too long, Yamanyama koso without holding people accountable. People are behaving without any consequence. Hence, they keep on doing it until say, you better share any of my year. I best start here holding people accountable. You're making sure, say, say, there's consequence. There's consequence to their actions, Unfortunately, it looks like this is what we are stuck with. But anyway, Adam, get us a bit brave. Thank you for the submission. Ijabuache, so, honest, what's him in car? A bit to me, on mute too. So Ijabuache give him a couple of minutes. Ijabuache.
Hey, I'm just a do so now.
No, wow.
Ijabuache.
I retire. I make a set.
Ijabuache. Bamaso.
I drink a share.
Yeah,
such a wonderful submission.
Yeah,
because
Ijabuache, my question to Homa na Ubeka. Bibi Nafe with the and also Ashimoma. Yebisa, do you think, in your own experience, and I say in Ghana as a country, do you think hope can be taken out of the equation of life, or hope can be taken out of Ghana? Like, do you think, just based on your own experience, obviously hope can be taken out of life? But not maybe I found a what yeah.
oh,
say 10 minutes to be
hopefully, dear. That's the opening. Because Adam, so that's another submission. Say, what can I? Na hope no for Ghana, no dear. Ewo ho, but ni nyina abegyina asa na etwa no. Because we nyina ewo wiase, ibi ewa abukyire he ehu no ma bia ya na ekoso ayempe. And so adechi adesesa na nipa no nsakrae na nsesa ibi ba hu a we dey hope wo Ghana. Na Ghana dey ba mika say hope ho ne share. Ebi anchirima na eba no. Some de abakosem be ye mfato ho dia. make us a hope be or home my because if we are say sankofa and ya chiwade na ebi say sisia pa de na asafo mre wo mu pa o ma me say sekoye MPP ni NDC pa na mka se Ghana ye hope dia na me boa. In my opinion, no, the crop of politicians I host say no. Was a new America. Years ago, now America was a beautiful place to live. America be so partisan. This is a papa ne bonini da hokra na obi a ye de office na dwene ye no se fata. Tiamo America says America has no hope. Same as Ghana, because Ghana for most of the time we no pick things from American for. Tell we am call Ghana, I'm catch them say a crona would de to tomo politics no ya na mystery. This is a crew almost about 15 nations so to go America can say that horror. If we are Seattle for say the Messi bu omo man, no yes I na Virginia for be, yes I na Maryland for be, yes I na New York for be. Yes I na we say Nebraska, Arizona, to which rich Musana. I form them say, well, federal pride government, but every state is ruled by its own principles and the way they make things. Now, Ghana, say, no, you're picky at DBA and why I didn't think make us in the first place. Now, your constitution, you know, said, and I blame Kufuor, I blame Atamels, I blame Mahama. I blame Akwantufuo and I'll still blame Mahama again. Penifo abanyina titram people for no mo ba ban na obi say Akwantufuo o man change the constitution no. Ye mu bebre no wo ana ye nim said the near citro 1992 constitution no a even Ghana Bar Association hwese ye chiro constitution na a lawyer for Kuku Damfo enim so munum nyansa mbekọ akotrem no omo boycott Rollins and nam sa time no ma bia no omo ye it took one person edubo ahe na later Johnny Bertrand said this culture of silence no enye edi no omo trans no omo pe Rollins it constitution ya tro na constitution was written who can be bia na constitution nyina omo tro to west said the Rollins ho beto no kono obia yemre obia suro ana mu MPP for boycott to ye ade na mo buy no ma bi no manti mama yan review ni answer no denti am ka se Ghana ni hope ni say of a road map ni e de chichiri kro no enye ye nyina nim say road map ni nye but obia ni fapem first time say do be bi ma ye review no na da ho anka Mahama buy no he could have implemented the constitutional review and ordinary betu so mo kaminim say be trawa because movement na ofa ombeba no ombe enjoy power no and no ma ewo mu a etochi manyina no obia ansesa no to me from a perspective pa we say Ghana hope I would say lalai from experience in normal me
of some kind of draw.
oh of course because nana metifia drew
you need hope
you need hope metifia drew
you want to bro went to someone kind of drew and collide the doors
yes me na say fianya marking no me o no ye nkwala e wo ye mu sebi as bibi na sintina Oma benya power bi no oma be diso ni didi because in Penifone ti kroman kasa no omo nye ahemfo nye and obi ha some person obese side because e call obi abotom can one say ni amam Singapore have hope. What do they have? We are Ghanaian and go look at what Singapore have been able to do. 25 years ago, they were not close to Ghanaians. Menya sa mesi obi se mesi me wo ho na oba likwa ho amba Ghana be fa me dua 5 satana na start farm me ko fa me e obonsu be fa me dua 5. Look at what the man has been able to do with his country. Me 5 no. So you tell me Ghana has hope when we have say Agent no more rational politics. Until Ghanaians rise up to the occasion, say like I say MPS Gracia. No yes how because Obian himself on a avenue for making money. Na no say na me catch you set it ho no ye na nam ye nyini na ye ba no na akuafo na Ghana homo sika. They were feeding the nation. But na dey ni ehu because politicians now ban nyina da bia me can say Ghana o hope a then are still and Colombia and nine edan incubator back in this modern age. After almost 68 years. And then I may share some Mahama Kosra of Fanko in Sanwam Road Project, you know. Mama Siri. Omuya no makojino. If you look at Akwati ha ebe kwekura omukofa bulldozer. Yebe twaba no makofa bulldozer basically ni ye kwan. You tell me say crow your hope. Nana, kasa Ghana se wo be kan. Enunti na se wo be watch ya yemu bebre atena Akwantufuo match for the first say wo projects wo yekro mo no. Ye koba. Hope enyi ni se ahoho na akogu yekro mu so no. Almost se bibia na omo ne de ba omo kro mo. Ye noa ni se na me na nkane ye ko Singapore kra ko sika na bibi. Nyame mpengu audition be na audition ba be na ko adisrede who go diamond oil obi ni bio me see there be our compare Ghana and Singapore. It's not resources that make a nation but the human capabilities and human resources, and we don't have it. Yeah, what human resources you never region so in Mnasi Kasasa and Kosiaga. Why? Because when you tell them, say, Adi we are more they don't listen. Who are the honorable members of parliament? And I'll say it and say it again. Maybe me cocky can be sana me call Ghana airport. You do no more time. Me I'm say maka. You can tell Sata Kufa. You can tell whoever I won't mean to me. Because munyadi say Nana omuti. Me shi okra no akoma ya. Even look at common sense. Mubeye town hall meetings. You bet what ya dwene. Ni atena sini and enya di kesiye bi. Today be America me say me who say degrees na bobodan ho kwa. Na degrees mo modan ho kwa lawyer for it say ne. Musheku takese na mawiem ekotra parliament na condition dem common Accra Kumasi road, common Accra to Takoradi road, the most busiest road of Ghana now have become a death trap to many nations. They say we drive okra na usuro nti Ghana there na meka say enchirima na meka say me nka me see maybe if the next crop of generation bano the next 30 years, you know, and they be obi na adwin so obesi Ghana there. Now from 92 I be there. Almost abefa omo a omu nim the history of 60 independence na aye bano. Nti wo kan obi ti bebe o ka say mo na mo say krom na mo ye mpanyim bone ni ade ba ye kan okrepa akra Kwame Nkrumah di jai omo no se na toto ampansam kra na Kagana ti ho no Rollins buy before beko Rollins before obey mu no na that time your blaster line your way Kufuor telecom just say come on Ghana have so many things I said. And there are landmarks is why Jimmy Sebe Munimunyan Sakran. Why don't you raise all those lama back to reality? And one of who say hope. Because Ghana nipa bebre ni sika o metima bue companies. Inti abano, you can still be a social capitalist. Why am I saying the government can be a social capitalist? Share ankre ase support to all businesses. Na funny papa sisi na project na ko base. On say no obi aba head ne die. Say empire omo bo nyina ni say 2028 mrani ento aba. Into obi oti ho NDC say minister, say executive board, say ye we say nana omu nyina ye adwin say 4 years na jikinkren the next 4 or 8 years e dey no obenya. And that is what we are seeing. And until Ghana, I guess Ghana, from our perspective, the Ghana, you hope there. Hope as a nation there we don't have it, but hope as individuals here, but you both to me and need us obey there is. Because mostly in the who's a business organ and be brioma jumangu. So why I say a chrono go. Look at Dubai. Daben on buy. Enti to Diana and yes, you better have betre a drink case. You may support to be a man supporting no maybe but say you may have done now won't fear no a wound in a training bedrew delivery now shape chrono baby. Now you're one baby a year qua. No one who say a rehuaba pa because obody are no aquatia election young who says in Suadia. Yes, Jessica. It means it's normal. Was it the need even to go do this stupid, I'll call it stupid by-election? Look at the state resources they wasted over there. What is it going to benefit? Already, NDC have the majority of votes. Why can't they change the constitution to make constitution a living document? That had only a review 8 months. You who show me transfer now Britain for crab a boy a discovery. Ye who no ma yes I discount cop. No minja kasakura. Sometimes what transfer now share young cassa individually a brabo. Say ya boy, say ya besan and a safo. Imagine say wa brabo a babu, you say the engine I boy a bra. The engine I do not go for the organ. No. The engine I heard near ma, you're not government funds so. So what happens we can't translation? Until I make sure I don't want to name me, yes, sir. You deny your man. My name is Marco Ghana. That's how I do my cobia. I did one next year. Say many change now. When you say a coin, Colano penny woman, baby, and you didn't come as more. Can you say I would love to go to Ghana, but I would love to go there to see my family. I would say that shit. I love the way the family setup is, but I don't like the way their roles, their attitude. Sure, this girl was just 12 years old there. But the observation, no man who saw her normal their attitude. Say, also look at the country. Everybody throw things about. They don't care. They say, oh, drive. Now I was scared, Daddy, because I know you are an old man. So I don't think I'm saying you may be baby. I can't because the umpire, oh, you chroma freely. Police patrol, but you don't see them visibly. Cars, no money, no money. I say, I hear road blocks and this. I know. A crobia will say, you see it there. But why Ghana? The most appalling things also, if I look at their road, sometimes when you're driving the car, you reach a place, the car will be like you are dancing. I'm saying, wow. Nana, I know maybe you can't yaw mu. Yet ya brochen to be a binum. Or we can just identify have a trabroch. That be because we are Kromuko or Krana. Upompa is a man yarin now. Nti na busa am say mo hope ma Ghana generation in penifo a e wo mu de nyamne me kromani.
He said no.
He said no because Mahama can in say na say kwan we say somewhere was say yakoji loan no. E den enwie ye. I hope so be take them on. Kabe me the pa because they be am come say bibi am ko ye bi am koji loan no. Ni asan mamo. E den enwie projects no.
Yeah. And then I make kind of until we start holding people accountable. No?
That is the fact.
Making people understand that there's consequence to their actions. You know?
Sikana
there is no hopes.
No, your Bible say why you do baby I would commission paying. Now as I've been
No, for me the minister how we need be.
Now senka wo ye side ni bia na ka be hu asema make etie. Ye wo bloomy days ni adwuma ye try say ye hwe wo se ne wo ton ade na etwa wo ka wo. And ade no so koton mo obi no return ni asa next week wo baba no mo return ni asa ti free wa ka tempo. And na nka be hu se ne wi asisitie ti da bia me catch them crowd say unless you have seen such a life and can eden nka safu jam we akwa oda gold bond man no any parliament muti ho petro mu bu ni kwa mu made in etwi omoka that means say you need independence it will catch them say Ghana hope I always laugh just you can't share your home crying until say sika loopholes ni that be ye nyina yakwa adwuma na yakwa adwuma ba yakwa adwuma ba ada na de unfa o make u na usu that be kwa adwuma na fa wa nkwala no ile bo akonhuma na ade you see if you be ma but doesn't mean say o say edi bibia ma until say as gracia o say you twem ba now Mahama so obetwem asem we wan kaso obetwem it was part of his campaign say why he chief justice Nefro. It me say me call Ghana me kohwehwe lawyers be say if somebody we can hold people accountable or can say if there's a way to impeach Mahama on the grounds to say or catch say as Gracia no bani be twemu as a lawyers baby Ghanaians are not looking at some facts then we take them on because until we hold them accountable they will come and play with our lives at the end of the day no mama abedi edin so mfi so ma bobrashin ye. And so papa no na be wi sika ade no maye nti who say Ghana me from a perspective your hope I will tell you say Lala in Ghana doesn't have hope I say kru no chire say ye koye ni mu akeke because that I'm no bidding corner say massa what the crap would I go invest 1 million is legal me yare safu be kwa Akwantufuo 1 million $1 million or is legal.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking that question.
David.
If you have the opportunity, a crowd for ambulance at 15 minutes, why would I invest 1 million there? Abraham said 1 million, but Tofio, Everton, New York, and I said, me talk on the crowd of first church within 3, 4, 5 years. We follow blindly. It's so sad. It's so sad. People just say development, and he say, but development is who develop human resources, no more who dear and no more hope. That's why Singapore have hope. She budget a year report to back. She look for a woman that be no much tweet ya.
Yeah.
And so dom level mutimi kotena ho. Said for papa mo fi so you so munum nyansafo etimi hwe egi sa ma me we free ho if it's by law but mo ti ho ani na chese mu nyina man follow law no because some ayo auditor general the report ni by adekwa ya follow no o senka who follow up you the need to have taken a kufaru to court until sometimes we no maybe you are so partisan in our way of thinking the way of developing the way of doing things council of state there no more as the Omuji paradigm. The constitution was framed for one person. They know it. And I'm glad that if NDC Sebun Ketiana managing when you started CDR, Commission of Defense of the Revolution, on the white General and what could do what to use no from punish you and I love it. So I say this also called said we see Ninsano. Or also a killer instinct, you know. People don't know why Papa Nonin or number be no the Ninsa. Let them can say I fear Azuka Munya. I agree with him, but so the genesis of CDR. That was our hallmark. A big cow mutie free so. We are Akwala. Yes, we are Akwala. Publicly, the man will do that sign. CDR sana near ye. A big shot or mutie free so. People forget history so sad. And I made that say.
Fire that's very Dr. Jingo. Dr. Jingo,
Yeah, carry on, sir.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. Name. Akwantufuo. Akwantufuo or Honoma.
Oh, hey. Not design.
Bamaso. Boko.
Bamaso. Bamaso. Where am I refi? I am not kind.
We just saw a drink here. Into me come Bamaso.
I drink Cassie.
Bibia Boko there.
Bibia Boko. None of me. I say boss about me. Me not time on. I'm a chat here for you now.
Yes, Obia just Colorado for Obia here.
Yo, so Connecticut. We are about half fine. At this time, it's 80 degrees.
No. Oh, him fan.
Maybe Connecticut.
Oh, okay. Let me face what Colorado. It's only just say, Oben just say. This is just say, well, I will have Ford.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, and then your questions and answers. And question back where that board. And it say, can hope be taken out of life? And then a question back and another question back why I just said by now say first no administration is shots and Ghana Sydney Pejana House no not for the pa but I say I call it to say Obi D Obi say then a course like I don't know Obi all of a sudden and see that question anyway a first city no any dollar no any general question or can hope be taken out of life and I say can hope be taken out of Ghana no it would be a person can be a manager or want me and buying rats and to say before our person in the home command within 8 years.
Okay, you only Madam Namasi. Now, I'm say, Michette for you Ghana, politics, I know, America for free, we got you, politics. Got you means like, okay, yes, Wayama, Yanyano, Wanya, oh, the mission, I say, Obi, she say, they will be, any no politics now, yeah, but Mr. Jeffrey, Sydney, very bottom up. Say, Nabekaya, John Mahama could acquire a conference, be my business for no. Or catch Ghana for say, the city will go between 12, 10 up, but above from too much, a bit factory your imports, a bit create inflation. Say, somebody should come out with us, come out and tell me this. The president himself has established says can be do 12. And no, a do 12 now, and you're surprised. But the better surprise is say a better do 20, 25. So what I say, see the court 20 and I make us any more anyadi. But your 5 years 17, near the buy 10. Not a fluctuation. This is the business a demand and supply. Not saying I'm 12 for no say the president no can there. I don't think it's a problem. Obia make it you won't say I didn't say a banner say they were why you castle. For example, of what is Obi can do so what say.
Yeah,
so how say dentin Obi an kan wasem. I didn't say Obi an kan wasem, but not long ago na enu na the fundamental yani ye kan wasem pa serious la na mboa. But if all of a sudden, what is Obi can do so wasem? Eti a process. Say you free 10, not about 12. What's big deal? Say you got 21, 20, 25, 30. Near Quack was 40, say I'm fan 4, the Quack could do 20, no. And Nana, ye hu say ampa na mo de na better and so ka say what they fit ten na about 12 nti they say no I say my opinion when you hwe and I say administration has done nothing. Man, I don't see what kind of politics that we are doing. Now I say, the opposite attack na accusation na only opposite way day. And I think it's the country is on course because you ask yourself say, and now on the top of saying, and the top of saying, and now on inflation they saying, and inflation is saying. So these are some of the legitimate questions. So we will be economy here. You have to ask. Unemployment, yes, it is there. So what is the decision forward? What is the way forward? And now I know because President Mahama Kujina of Anko Road na Tigana for Kumano. 1 month at a time, almost on the baby. And on also be uncomfortable for you. As one of the biggest problem of Ghana, and if I be to me and Bravo Kwakra because of that particular stretch, As you know, they are fixing those things. At that road. Ya hu bibia ne. Nti ye be sre. Aya mo mi nsusu for political lens ne yaw no emfiri emu na yen hu say we are dealing with two evils. But there one of them is better than the other. The mesome kan no. Ena because can hope be taken out of life. Sometimes so we nipa when we come general na so we nipa na say said one gidie so when you gidie and as a trust in yourself and in your God also no it can take hope can take away your life, but always any part of you should know say there's always the light at the end of the tunnel. And I know Lumba can send me now omo ye yibi na me kwati was say nyame bu na mu a the pattern wala no so.
Yeah, you're here. I'm listening to you.
Was say nyame bu na mu a no ope baby papa do na si. Anything of bu na mu pesa do be si baby. Nti so who say nyame bu na mu a no ope baby papa do si. Nti don't give up in life. As a nation, we shouldn't give up. We should go on and criticize the government constructively. Na ya me adwene mrafie. Ni yen hu se agye pa we enye de oya ade a enye no yen support no de oya ade a ye no me yen support no ne ma bi wo ha ekoso ye mu bi gya kokoduro na ye ba be ka mumpene na yen criticize but wo be ka no obi say hey me na me hene no me na me no president no say or for you to say no ka allow him to vent his criticisms na say oba na so me na me say na enye say ni say I mean enye wo hwe niam Course war sebi yema yimu a enne se sia me no ka sei sempani kwam se ofatum wala no se me boa ma atene voice
I'm right.
enna wala you see
I'm listening to you.
When wa kona nim kakra so wo hwet ba bi a Ghana denti a me bo udin no wo de wa ko nim kakra enti wunim ewi ase kakra so hwet de course wo Ghana ye biti tribal war drums. Ye biti tribal war drums. A few chief and Ayinfubi or Makata or many as the air cosono or Mumuye, but Ghana is beating tribal war. It's just like a revolution of course, and then Kwalana woman, no revolution as they don't understand. But people like you cut tribal war, you may understand. It is not a course who can be in Tiasie. But me, I can see say something is going on in Ghana as a step in for video analysis. There's hope, but we need to, be responsible. Now, you be near betima. I'm hope no. I'm manifesting. You must know. Mess back.
It has to be brave, suffer. It has to be brave. Yeah, Sambra back even here. Opportune. Una it draws so. Obodin can send me to say we will have a cancel in the so second round the 98 drone.
All right, thank you very much. The American say that is my reference point. For the past 33 years, as someone been near or comfort sapo kai, sana party me no pen rule country MPP NDC. So we ever power now or condemn say we I say say we you want to see your hope. mentimi ene no nyadwe hope no e kire sen na ye fight for him fa oman a ye timu ade a eben ye pa no ene sanitation entamu me baby amti yem fa border but ka me ye nipa ntimi ye border wo be kitchen me fa ko si bi dem na I didn't see the media tax. Street light in the chrome, a bone see a chrome in a tomb, and see a triaka. And the baby, and so I can't say, see, as can woman buy me a day and a pound, then I'm 20 cities, a buys a bed 10 cities to the pound, any 11 cities. And then, and 16 cities to 1 pound. The pound and the dollar are rising again. The city is being beaten left, right, and center. The reason is simply this. Your September, I can't assume me and Sunny Dibronia. Ghana, a Juma Wahina, import dependence, your craniema, your Yebibia Okroma, and Yaman Yam first CD, as also says CDs, no, into dollars, any pounds in euro, Nadia Kokra every time, into the demand, no, into your Mamma Koso. O Maya Yamia Boye, ye was sassy, ye will be beyond, Yasasi, yet ho. And ye walk a buyer as will protect ye constitutions one thing nipa so one show man so yasasi ye the egan say for the past 20-25 years. And yet 1 year here we MPP bar was ye I'll put my presidency on the line or bois when you bar ye meeting or boisi na helicopter kotiashi na Mr. Akwantufuo mi busa say galamsey no e koso Ghana ha no machine dey say friend excavator no wo enemy ye nya sika to bi da eye sikafo na e wo politics mu na eye ena ye kra ye free ship ye si o tema habo ne takwa de habo adenti na ban MP Akwantufuo time no so the presidency wo na wo BNI national e wo tema habo ho ye excavator be free ship mu si wa wo ga free tema na afan kran na ewura na akosha akura bi ase na she muram ni nyina she muram BNI for juma be no mo ye Ghana CID for juma be Mahama so ba ye na no wasoma mpanimfo se wo mo koye meeting wo boas na Yakopon Edman headquarter mtihwe ye the here said send the soldiers wo mo go beba camp soldier for yan ko anopa nya nado yan kum nipa wo mura nya titi excavator nyina we at ne dey ne dey I didn't wo mo ntimi ye that is the question I'm asking anybody I didn't know I simple Akwantufuo Mahama, they are the two who can stop this nonsense. I don't know what to stop. Why? Tell me.
The whole thing is and I know we are again now. So you are going to say, oh, so Trinity, they are coming out there. They are home. Maybe no $400,000 excavator yet to there are certain group of people here. One Kumasi East Legon, one from whom the richest of the richest.
And I'm Akwantufuo only one excavator.
Only one na. These people are the contributors to their political campaigns.
Not just any part. I know
the Oka. I know the Oka. Many we are against. And I make us say Oka as to how the government cannot eliminate galamsey na metiasie because okowuram na go shoot to oba ne ba se tia also pan or sisa nyajiska. I think it's a wrong thing. You cannot do that. Those people they know them. They know them. Excavator no a support. You register. They know who owns those excavators. Almost and I make the hope no dey menu me no ye. Hope no. Dey menu me no ye no. So we are not talking in a vacuum. We are making sense.
Mr. Kabiam said, "Wo ba Ghana ha ba bia wo tie ye be fa obo na na." Me ma trap.
Yemfa. Na me say. The can say ball no kra no say you Home Depot ha say ya. O ma bag egu boxes $10 for a 25 kilo. Ye fly we dia niam na me dia me makoni magi. I have ball no ma fa no.
What be rubbish. Me ko kan ya see e ya ka ombo wenye yi. What to be useless parties.
Omo no. So MPP ni this year. I say you go school near math like you be near friend sex subsets. Okay, who draw they are in a set of a group of people. So what I said, do we set in free in the entire set now by a subset? Who can say MPP and this in one? And no. Me trouble hana me nimu nyaje me no me nu say if everybody think to say me offer tum very mad wo ya nka think say nka Ghana be yi say the wala ko to no kro no ade na ye de no kokot a enipa be 1 million asori the kind in parliament say ko fika sikan this is the mindset of the people. That is what I'm talking about.
Go to Nipagu prison. Every day.
Ghana cry say if it be a year funeral. Now a year now, kakraka now do. Wabra busia for a son of our okay, a busia finia, busia penny, anyone one matrase, no master yida. That's it. And then now what you da a year and some your sash a year that a year everywhere you go there is always a year.
Because you need there's no direction. You need leader.
You were leaders. You were him for Kessia. Almost responsible for your culture and so they don't care. You were nipa you say akaka krebi near Baba Beda because 99 all year woman a woo and the other day that I will no be him and me man tenika sada o me enka and dey me kai beka ma kabone me man te so kasa da me hu advocate bia me hu advocate bia o yema Ghana mao enso so won so ye twama no enso so ye beda nipa da sani kuta akoko no waka ni ti no awe because of why ye na ye ye won dey be to no ye to ni ehwe enti o man no ya bubadam enti ye na ye so nipa na ye nya o mu lead ye no media no Canso, I see what Catapone.
And media Mekan de Bia, Minia Albert is on the MPP and DC will be useless. A chrono, some woman you will be a Missy and fat baller. Abruti or Tiabutro, Mrs. Tiabuti, Yap me Tuesday, the other Abati or Lady of a fat baller. Your preference seat in bus stop, Oko 100 years be a dust this year. I didn't see the big diplomacy. Why? Sure. Mahama eko ball busia circle Kwame Nkrumah circle wa ye flyway fe kokko hwase awie ani anumre abodam for na ti ase se ye wo nyansania enka fly over the face tie no enka ase ni nyina no ba bi abodam for dan ya ye cafe tables ye ton cappuccino coffee tea sandwiches ya so kan enka anumre say ye do flowers tourism wo de wo yire no me fra brochire ba anumre na mo koto Central Accra.
I'm not going to see a diet here. What's up?
Just a baby and wife, baby, but damn for a Sikapa, Triabusia, over 500 million. Circle interchange to about damn for quality. I say, go to Abuja and see this. I see a to ton coffee, tea, sandwiches. How can I decide Genetiska? Also, lead the BNI actually, Papa Organa, Roman MPP DC. Fedra Akotia. NDC first vice chairman friend Asoka Aso Kasa Wakaswa Bota. Aye, some better from Marky Ha. A cowboy can you bear the funeral? You bear by election or win about Tezukuno. We they should arrest him straight away and lock him up in his home. And so we had the Wakase from 4 as a call. So, on mine on the sea, I say, so I tell you, they would never come and live in Ghana because if he and quality youth from age 13 up to 35, they move 58%. Women now run red and a cocaine. What was saying? And a woman answers will be a pebisa, will be a baby janafa. Or man, we see a bulk, there's no leader. Up to coming Nkrumah, net leader or near training young people. I saw love patriotism. Me at age 9, near me said, I promise to be loyal, faithful to Ghana, my motherland. Now me a young pioneer Nkrumah type. You took coming from your goose adiano and Kola yen training will be a in Tinkola and we university called we need one yet. So
Upper YouTube would have Minister so show mostly unemployment in her sanitation sema okay. So say man who say boy see omu tree sa omu tricycle no omu de chichi baller no. And then a fata say mayor for no and now buy no. Suggestion ya the more munchi ni say why say monko to sa ayi ni bi abobo ya no monto abobo ya ni be 10,000 mon spreading it through across the region na mon pet dam size ma omo
Damn side,
na mon catch am say na wo de na na tie no mo nya we
I
campaign say anopa bia ma asan areas bia ma omo say every Tuesday every Wednesday I have for mon coaching baller na mon gigi tour na mon famegua no muntua and work campaign na it's easy to rule a country.
No, sir, I do that be a woman you're interested in ruling. They are interested in making money for themselves.
You create employment at the same time. You are making
they are not interested. Well, Pesika, what in the year in the Mabedi, a good father be at 8 years, you know. They say, well, no, when you're richer, say 2016, 1 year president, you know, after 8 years, he's fabulously rich until he died. None of we are Pesca through politics for 8 years. Mahama says, will be an award to the Ghana. Ghana, here, one member, Ghana, 4 years, 8 years, no, not or man, a book. So, one baby, a journey from Michigan, running and figure 53 years ago. But you got a car, says our petition, come I think I say. So, I brought you Ghana Cotriano and in China, yet you, one way, I see 58%. Woman, you know, cook Kumasi, Bantuma, outside for Abbey Spark, woman, you know, we cocaine, joy, a man, member, Pia, and because you may be anywhere. And many people are going to bed in Ghana without food every day. And this is no, it is not so again. And you know, MPP NDC one more bomb talk. Timiana, ye hammy will be pan and it down what Yabuchi would even say the democracy here, what America, Miss London. Democracy be who ye ko to aba ye soja ni ni police ni ni ho general akotia when to go car if I would see Virginia I would tell me elections be da be na hu say ye to ye blue so it's a land
oh so ma de emerwafo kwa na emerwafo ne kokorafo ne kotra police
station ye democracy bia wa Ghana ha ye tiase ye obi aka say democracy you are talking rubbish woman tiase MP woman some MPP ni some NDC obi ene wa some Ghana Magana ne de we janka o ma me no papa ewu sika kakra wo ha de be hwe nyina road nyina se ka bia na city ye tua road tax road way and your potholes e wo mu sika na ye gigi by every driver sika na we hefa na kedo for yata o jana kota wo so ko hospital o mayo clinic 8 years away finance minister busia and when see hospital papa wa
konfanochi okwa bochwa kwaji wo driver so abeka ama biem
hospital that American can drive demonstration
obi fufu bra mini aba wo so woni menya adwere yeah oni no menya adwere ebi aseskaru nya bi didia MPP ni NDC abowo man to ya bodo what ya broche wo say wo support to NDC I will support to MPP adie pa do
offer tio say ade no say ye wo abonsanfo mienu ye ni choice eti abonsanfo mienu no ana wo hwe ayi bonsam panyin ne bonsam ketwa and they deal with but nobody saying that they are doing us any favor but abonsanfo mienu papa ne bone no and
I like that some bonsam mienu pa panyin ne ketwa thank you
Afakwame
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you for your patience. When I drew so second round in Nani, what you be brain tea? Your preview the best also, Yanko in
Petron, Obe demanded, say, me ba me beka participative democracy. And to me, more than I mean, church, the blueprint to be or what, and I say, Kwani, me pass why a bit me a practice that system. My sending a message is say on your time on frame any home common. Now one thing with participative democracy, it say Obie can argue simply because Nyansa any the body be enti say ye the adwuma ma enkrofo se omo hweye man so a na nche se ye de ache omu no because eye nyine ntumi nkɔhye hɔ no nyɛ adwuma no nti ya o sɛ nkrɔfo bi de to wɔn ho so sɛ wɔn bɛyɛ sɛ adwuma no but esan sɛ yɛ na ye chichi o man na ma ye no yen ene wo se direct wo mo se master idea we na say policy we amode be die nye we na be boa Ghana enti the best thing is say we are going to promote thinkers na wɔn mo adwene ɛkwane a wɔn betumi afa so a Ghana yɛbɛtumi anyi yɛfa ahodie ne ntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛm because so we say 3 years just 3 years ebi kura yɛ less abranteɛ young man ya wɔba Burkina na sɛdeɛ wɔdi Burkina etu mmirika no a na yɛte Ghana na still ya yɛgu so ne yɛyɛ NDC MPP a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛnim yɛ left and right o enti sɛ wode wo ma nkurɔfo adwene mo wura no ne technology ni nyinaa ne sɛ mo hu sɛ wɔn mo man na ɛyɛ wɔn mo dea enti ɛwɔ so wɔn mo hwehwɛ kwan a wɔn bɛyɛ wɔn mo man no yie ɛno ne yɛfrɛ ne patriotism no enti wonya hu sɛ America akɔtenaeɛ no yɛwɔ bi adwuma na wɔkɔtena hɔ wo nso wobɛtumi ayɛ wo deɛ saa na wotu ani hwɛ sɛdeɛ Nyankopɔn wosi bɔɔ Ghana ɔman no a na seesei deɛ aporo akɔduru yi a na anim sɛ system a yɛfaeɛ no isɛ sɛ nka yɛbɛyɛ ma nka Ghana abɛyɛ krabɛhwɛ no seesei a yɛwerɛ ho sɛm daa meka ho Nyankopɔn obie ne mpom a na ɛbɛtɔ Ghana a ɔde mmirika ɛhɔ ara ɔbɛkɔ toilet because ayɛwerɛ ho sɛm so na ɔmane anka wofiri na pie so ɛkɔ natɔyɛ so a nsuo a wɔn mu dwane akɔpɔ mu hey you won't go more than 20 kilometers a on cross nsuo ne nyinaa yɛntumi afa anyɛ hwee o yɛkra aduane yɛkra deɛ de bɛyiyi yɛsi mu yɛkra biribia but nneɛma a yɛkra ne nyinaa ɛyɛ materials ɛne nyansa a yɛde kɔɔ materials ho ɛma no yɛ ɛyi needs a nkurɔfoɔ hia ɛne yɛkra bi na ade nti na yɛn deɛ yɛntumi develop adwene no na resources to pimu a ɔdɔm kuma de bɛhyɛ yɛ asase mu no yɛmfa bi nyɛ ne yɛfa serve yɛ ho na sɛ obi hia bi nso a yɛatɔn ama we have failed as nation makers so enti yɛhia nipa ana system a ɛbɛboa yɛn na nyansafoɔ no atumi akasa na wotumi koraa edi idea bi ba a ɛbɛsave Ghana a lot of currency a year money ɛwɔ sɛ yɛbɔ mmɔden na yɛma biribi sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ nkɔgye amanfoɔ nso sɛ wɔn nso wɔn develop wɔn nyansa no kyɛnse yɛbɛkɔ akɔtena radio soɔ ne yɛbɛko NDC MPP enti yɛntumi nyusu yɛ nyansa no ɛmbɔde ɔman na confrontation atɛbidie nneɛma basaa election kɛkɛ akwatiafoɔ kɔyi deɛ wɔn fii sɛ ɔyɛ papa a wobɛtumi a represent wɔn yɛde akɔsi na kwasi bɔni ɔhyɛ de o say we are practicing this democracy but let's try nkurɔfoɔ nhwɛ sɛdeɛ wɔn nso bɛ manage wɔn deɛ na akyerɛ yɛ sɛ nipa tuntum adeɛ na enyi wɔn amammerɛ ne yɛ den so adeɛ anka hɔ sɛ yɛhwehwɛ kwan yɛde bɛkyekyere yɛn man no afei deɛ abɛyɛ mu nsuo ama yɛn nti minua yɛmfa nkɔ adwendwene mu nyame nyansa no wɔde bi ma bibini but nyansa wɔanyi nsuo a ewu a ɛne na kyerɛ sɛ wo reduce level no to aboa level nti me deɛ mesrɛ ne sɛ system no ɛnyɛ ɛkyikyɛ yɛ mu but ɔman biara bɛtumi atua anammɔn a yɛfrɛ biribi unity of purpose sɛ project wei ne yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ a yɛnka adwene mmom ne yɛnhwehwɛ system a yɛbɛtumi ama no ayɛ ntɛm na even koraa sɛ yɛyɛ mistake a ɛsiane sɛ Robert tua pencil to no nti yɛtumi pepa no ne yɛyɛ corrections asɛm a meka no ɛyɛ tiɛtiɛtiɛtiɛ collective intelligence
That's it. Of a collective intelligence. I like it. Anyway, you're quite it just say say and can just say what
Sabo.
the about call for
Boko. Send in my on and off, on and off.
yeah
Yeah, one does not.
yeah if it's a for question about that ceding any dollar and cents seminar for the various explanation by I hope so in your coin it's a kakra by Ibinum saying train according to Kakra could do bear 12, Ibinum saying train could do bear 20, and I say 19. Yes, I start. I didn't see. They say they almost say any bad is anti. The one I from the air.
Yeah.
But then a cousin is a corny little getting the ever train. I'm an uncle drew baby Cassia and I bet the day and I say, you see, I can say I start to raise red flags to let them know, say, did you call ye? But anyway, the one I say and train because you say we drew bear 17 and I say 20. But within the 10 to 12 mark in the day, okay for now. Yeah. But anyway, second round in the dream, if you are the best of the
Okay. Yeah, they have come back first round. The question will be say, I'm say, Sydney, a dollar status also open Janimuno, and say, just a new amount for to the view. Say, you know, I said, 1 is to 10, no, airport, Mampany, and I buy a was so a person of an idea. Okay. I'm say politician for Morgan and nobody I can diablo. Na ye nipa no so yanso ye boa wo mo de adwen dia ko asafo aba se ye woni ama bi wo no ma se politician for na nkasa nim yansa politics bio bi ne ko kom fa ye politics bio papa ba ko ye exchange sa foreign exchange and am bi no bisi ayebo obo be say no amfa ya de papa dia and the me hu ayebeka asadia yes economic structure and it's any there una so bear the day which mean balance of budget one balance of budget so a deficit no a debt and a young jai say sa a car o mine de no ye value no in city we should stop that because and a deceptive. They said the first pay the company $5 billion. That's a good 17. Let us acquire say 17, 170 and 170 billion. I say young cat debt in its raw form. Say a Dutch say a euro, yeah the euro say because obey me I manage and I what me or they said they try and I'm told so a dollar you begin at time. So there's also make a knee. There's me one untria can be. But now me say you've murder with the rate in Intino, a cannot sort automatically. It doesn't make economic sense. Meanwhile, you am Fagana city granny Jayaka. We don't pay our debt in cities. But a teaching for politics. Oh, time will catch up with you. Time will catch up with you. So this is a war September. This is the time. Sir, Chinese for no amount for war. Departmental stores no many other stores no where Ghana. This is the time. Eto omoniamano for Christmas. The dollar no why them pa. The cyclical. And to say about my basic things be with fear. And no about why am independent too much on the dollar foreign exchange. We are cyclical. It's all ban out me who manipulate this cano out me at that can happen. At the say watch at it they come out papa say Papa, because we remain and women, I say, Judge, they come and ya hurry. You figure manipulation. Now, I am a for a page of Monsaka class. Hey, oh boy, and I'm way you on a free soon. If they are one, and even know. Because I was out here, I'm saying, Nansan in there. I am a starting young. We don't know what they're talking to them behind closed doors. And you know, when you are one anchor crowd, dollar and so if they as a market, you know, they determine the rate. Oh, so if the market, if the demand is going to determine the rate, automatically it's going to go up. Then, for the past 6 months, you know, only a hard-earned currency, they want the cash here, you have to say, Scanina, a book one, because what a partner was. So, all the political leverage. Our politicians are crazy, you know, minimum there are 2 million. I don't know. I don't know. But I say one more when I'm way past, one more the gun I call. What I beg to differ because I don't see it. There's never been any pragmatic change via say a policy. Say yet no. For the past 7 months, I'm buying back about I remember in the association apart from V8 and V6 in Lexus, said the Omonam and Nam who more cobano. And so soon pay no my. Yeah, for 1 year. I did a quick come and walk. We are now, because they be a member and this was an member Mahamas. That's $200 million more. According to this, they are affordable house in their map, Ghana for them for the past 9 years. Ghana and Libyan quality to Madame and Tiasia. How say this is not the first time a Ghana for AC estate. Your Wotashinunga estate, your Wodansuma estate, a whole Tema township was built from the scratch in Nipatitim. Until we contract more sign the same one Nipantiman continent. $200 million. 9 years. It is still accumulating interest. For 8 months, I'm by so these people sometimes I wonder why you bear your because me sagram house in it. Just say me tiana me sunu butem. And yeah, no, a whole bunch of road project or Roma, a big international funding, Papaji loan, no nonsense road in the MV. Road, Sikana Sound, road in the MV. And to be sound, say a choir, and I say a fire. I mean, as I'm a worker, I meant to say, Upper Bobby said, hospital, Sikana Sound, hospital in the MV, Kakra, and I can read them. It is easy Ghana no. And why? I'm not a server. You see Ghana project a young we a good remuneration and no cost you more. The one chance you can import Miami. Oh, I can read them. A whole bunch of projects are if one man I can read them because see me poor any pan the project. Yes, or your project now I'm a boy any pan. Mama battle about the blue. About to be doing the second piano, or ye be some man for me, so ye be no or the Ghana, Papa Popisia, at the yes, our project, or ye, yes, or yes, or when we, it is a Ghana, who be I, Tia, the Sianibi. How can you be so, how can you be so wicked? I'm for the men, my dear can say, I don't expect anything much from them because I don't want to be disappointed. Wow, do any basis to say, Sir MPP NDC, this crop of politicians here, what we don't want to turn on more mobile. Near my edited to him said, you cheer bribe, did you vote? Yeah, bribe no, you're better nickel. Or better, I don't expect anything much from them because you know why? I don't want to be disappointed. Nakabashibi and up to today. They've not been able to prove me wrong. at besi there. Example, obi maybe one you agree, you agree that I am very proud. That was
That's of I just say that's the brave of habits for body. So what you mean can for body of her. Yes, one hand. One hand. So oh Johnson, sorry. One hand by myself.
Yay. I didn't guess you.
Yeah, I know it's the first round and went me and baby. See Bibi Aboko there.
Oh, Ghana did not be Boko. Bibia Boko. Yet,
So
ye.
I'm in Cairo. I think I'm in Cairo and then you
Yet,
better sorry. I tell
Tantanka.
you baby. I tell you about 30 minutes per because baby will be sorry.
Oh,
For me, 10 minutes if you never check the I can so my and you are normal so I'm on crack.
oh.
You bought 3
Wait, I saw my
baby.
do 10 minutes, dear. Then hey, that's why I love you. Then that's what I said. Open so Jimmy should be say. Eh?
Said I'm D can
I
one
said,
my
I
first
said,
round into
I saw Becca here to do the 10 minutes. I don't want to. But they didn't say, they didn't say, can you say, maybe I say, Mumania to New Penumento. May I just say, I didn't make you more. At the end, you will make her. I my man take my papa bomb Kim Paluta, Cramame, Sacram and Hoto. No, this work with any tea, and this is what we know could just Sacram. Kantanka. And this is what we know I could tell.
Sana Moka.
Hey, and this is what you know could tell. I'll go to
Let us be big Koye, yes, sir. Be Koye.
Let us say,
Be Koye, and
well, I make us say, and I'm said, no milk on a sunny, a pen and a sunny binano. Sunny, a pen and sunny binano. Every binny and this near Wabanoaba. 4 years. You better for in a nest, you better say, they see any and to quantitative dear any dear course when you better the baby see a cruise or honomo. You better say about honomo. The issue need ye, you better do a big creative honomo, you better in a young shape of pure big honomo, penny. I wasn't out transit, you know, none animal. Now, Send Papa Bika, Papa Penny, almost as you could say, you smoke cake on. And for progress, be able to so. I dear be ya better so no near so social media what the no darling, just say, point to be a few on moment. She said, oh, chef from Kenke to Kanka, and then we now can't bet Tibia, and we now can't point to free baby ma, and costume free baby ma, and Kenya free baby ma, be beyond free baby ma, pen a bro, yen in a bro. Quantity of silver, you penny, boo penny, you penny, coffee and a penny of your on my what Sansia, penny cassa, which is a penny, a doom any hour, dear mouth, any foot to a dear mouth, a foot to penny only be a crown, oh good when must you or our wanting, penny only be a crown, the respect dear, new crown. It's your Babont no 2-4, unless you be but if you penny bedroom, would him say, Nindian young Sanya, do if you penny if you are nobody. Need the penny 4. Wouldn't wine, and I'll be doing my penny. Wouldn't wine, and I'll be doing school teacher near 10. Wouldn't wine, I will fear, wouldn't you crop penny with my cassetiano. And second, I would have come and take who will be able to edit. And so I call who on my penny dinner. Now, I bet you pempe, say, my man, say, Adiego. Say, ye pen. Say, ye pen. Missy, one day, what it's one more, but say, news be pass a gun, they did the gun, they would giddy. We don't want that from Mubati. Because trend, you know, when we don't for Moody, one come from Moody. Or one more call, but soon you don't know for Moody. A shasty waste more corn, or mount to know where you are and you. Because I'm out for who say, oh, when you do my year. I'm out for who say, omujina bebi fa ko mudin ko ntimi ma oma hu so omo soa ade kwakọ nante kura so ye ton kwa ye nto wode ade sin tu so wode nam o ton wo hu si ye nto wo hu so waye plantain chips so no asuni for 3 days nie plantain chips no oso aye na enya medu half kwa no aka so enya bi e de aye no ho do be no woni be beti wode da ejom omo pon no makode the tables no so e de sade no on bebi om de da kwanche ne sa na se kiri om de da se ne sa de ona mi chen enti no enti di na wo se be kanfo de yidi hwe kanfo da bi wo kanfo bia na se na mi sha ase me dem se en kanfo om le twem the reality no ene ye kakro reality no ene ye kakro ye mpetwen afi ne be ka so ye muyanka ye me esa 8 months de ye whole year 8 months a year Emma government bia obana be di 8 months a 1 year because in terms of calculation no won ni 4 years ni nyina wakunya no so ebedu ba bi no wo ko 3.5 years and sina ba be say campaign hu nyoma enti won ni mere say be ma 1 year full year except from 7 December to 7 January or say whatever no enti we di 1 year do 1 year and no man fa and DJ ni enti sana na ese ade baba legacy ni dia ne legacy no on hwe ni ye o mas kamra kunu ni panya nipa entiska entwa kagie because oh why any want me entwa kagie na ese ti omoka almost strategize no mo hwe kwa be fa so asika na akudi ngofo nche ni nyina no wo mo ngege o matena wache 8 months o mo ngi obi ade mi yehu se ade obi die eno ko na frustrate me no eno ko na mama dwene kra na I don't think for eno nko kra no eno nko ma bufu bi ehinu mu nyenzi kantanka eno nko no etem say it's an avenue for one to take advantage so be bi ana so mo twa ma se ba ko to aba ene ba be che mo ko gugu ni sade no so emfa ona me che no so emfa eno no other people will capitalize on sa attitude no me bon pa say I did for me 2028 ni dey woman be saba and Mr. Prophet we need to put all of them into cells. We need to start prophets no making say serious country dwene ko anymore. Sadi no mo no predict and no ma wo krumo mo di no and substitution ni petim bebrebe wo krumo ano what time. As the krumo ye ti krumo ye Yankopon ni bi ni so it be bitim atwene. Obitimi ko discussion but no be gina social media no oka. Enya mahama de wontimi understand and NDC the MPP next 4 years no MPP are never. Enya wagadre life ibia omo just man to gain popularity said your master the mema no more friendly strategies agility ehia fu ya ye ehia fu ya 1200 mrabe to tunis ade no ni ensa wonsem oil ni ensa wonsem oil ni afa no anti oil good team 500 for the mra 300 for the mra it's a strategy you know with sakufo because everybody could and almost there are also finding ways and means how to make money to survive. What the mention? Funny people are finding ways and means to maybe can survive. Maybe be somebody personally. I am who day in and day out. All I'm saying, yeah, I say things on day in and day out. The me who see the system is fatira. They can the American. Come on, don't soon. Upon soon. Bibi bi enu ejina na asudi enti we ye di chiri kro we etimi di makro etumpon we ya di etimi president say ekro no ayeye ni eyeye eni betimi di ye a wo ma ofi dudu won say betimi di ye se wo ma won say si ejina wo bu so one enti si go man no si eti fati ma won fi dudu si a ensen a meet step point say per de no me ko ne de ye me ho na 5 years kra no enti say bi betimi aba ebi ni ho sa ye mushi ye mushi kanta kamese kuni ye ebu di baby se wo fo se wo be fra bo chia ba mo bi wo fra bo chia ba ntino wo fa se eno be kasa din se gu nechi abe ye wo fa be bu a me catch that was what any 3 days o me kasa o me say akaka se dia for what se ebu ni baby bia we you create me to be baby so opanyini wo Burkina Faso military guy ya obai enra se na me kan ye say sa LB ya pass law what you be too be say no if you know straight up with hard work now penalties class at the actually you con you before na omuti abeso na omo opposition omo po before say something is coming omo pa omo timi kan once omo timi kan ho na we ti da come to be say so they timi da come to adia omo obi na no a wo no obi san a obi na no o da bi o kan sem na wo hwe se o kan sem ontimi ni na sem no so a sa ni pa le timi fa na danfo ana sa ni pa le timi gini tu woman you so big brains kono any brains any creative bio any development improvement bo adie di ye nipa body pa kono no de bia no Akwantufuo no sa two political parties we o ma ya steady na saka nipa nke ya dwene pa ye wo fi na epe bibia anka sa abe ekotu anka ne hu saka yi de kura simple said the penifo bi kan yi anka electoral commission ko ekotena ho no wo beto aba na woko wo beto aba eye de na NPP fo ni NDC fo penifo mu nyina so mu kogu akwete o for dinti na wo penifo se ka mu hwe kina mu nyina matutu ka enna makwete dinti we nyina kire kono de wo mu ti mu we semi se yenkonko chesika bi na ebi yenkoto aba man na yam de gusu mra brem nye ngusum biam na montra kwati o na montra futuru na ide montuma ne milipa ne betra ne ono so fa we semi so bitima ide etime wie bia abon ho ban na o ka party ne se ye nsa kwa ye besa for so bitima jini another 4 years ne sade eti kantanka media and then metimo an mehu communication about Akwantufuo radio nene. Excellent. Now, sir, it is to how the communication is going to be because my husband say no party lines no. My husband will bring kasa on party lines again. Oh, Akwantufuo radio because he na yehu pe and we choose again me bege kamisem gu om de bufu na bege kansem no. The reality no ko na bege gu no. Say yabubo bodam say ye say appointing and twa dwuni di timo say me hu a di peso aye yo. Me sis will be ban okra say UK will be Cornish pie the right group so be Korea aba me sure say I funny na be Cornish pie no e de Ghana check broni me na make sure ye jimi do obi Cornish pie obi de me make maka obi Cornish pie from UK be kuku any brother me okay what dear mama you want for dey me kan enye you call dem mama kan su say equate was the sia ye hu se ekoye ba entu bi me fra bonten pe the year in the way if ye nyoma no obi bi to bo room obedi kuna abetan kunu just like that me na make catch no obi to bo room bi ki to baba ji kuna free answer ade omo be ye go the go be ye nya ho ya na omo tu the entity to no mutu ko ah ye sas enye sese enye chana fo na be to eyi na omo sisi mama kan be celebrate my kind na nya me yi sound through but here you know say see we social media na expose ye pass is you social media na expose the way if ye nyoma and to ya catch be no and then say about date it ye so we say means ye kan ye wo mu uko ye book school fu problem how many years 1 minute uko school ana wie na wie na kantanka ya ma 2000 Ghana cedis for bosomi ya enye wudie unko onye wudie na kono ne wudie na about ti da bia kantanka mo bi nka se me so bebe bidase
yedase abe ona on kan bi ene abe o abe and I say na de obetie bi keke yes me fama mentoma of abet of abet so ni ho a fakwesi boache
Hey, that's a fool. And then I'm out for anti-ding.
I'm out for the ding. So there, I can 15 minutes.
Dollars.
10 minutes. There. Bibi. What that train in there? Bibi. Specimen come. Bibi so bad ya sorry keke and also be can be.
Oh, Moncasa.
That's a
Okay,
BB
because
time.
me
Sorry,
And
time.
then,
yeah
Wednesday, the
I kind
army
of
crime.
15 minutes. Let me best make sure say obeti keke. Nti dia kan of our bet and buy a beso some buy nti of akwesi boache dia kan obetimi afa o yes so no wa bompire ma ni ya pon ni attending over to baby. Dia kan
The
nyina eyewo.
yɛda anuanom ase sɛ aberɛ ne daa nyinaa yɛba bɛkyerɛ adwene ne abɔbɔo ɛne a ne yɛka sɛ amammuo no deɛ ɛyɛ nyansapɔ na nyansapɔ si no yɛsane ne banyansafoɔ nti wo question busaa sɛ Ghana hope no deɛ yɛ nyinaa obiaa wɔ hope o sɛ yɛni hope ankasɛ biriwiase koraa no na kyerɛ sɛ yɛnyame asum no yɛntimi nkasɛ wɔni hɔ hɔ na times no ade bi wɔ hɔ a wowɔ gyidi ahotosoɔ no na wotu ho anammɔn na sɛ so sɛ yɛmpanifoɔ no saa anammɔn no na ɔmu tu anaa ɛno na ana ɛyaw no sɛ ɔwɔ ahene bɛkyerɛ mu ehu sɛ na meka to so sɛ akwatia baa election yi sei hwɛ sika a ɔmakɔ sɛe wɔ hɔ was it necessary ne yɛde ayɛ de sua asɛm constitution no daa meka adeɛ no a yɛde twa sa no yeah, near our prime young age, I know more constitution. No, we were all busy now. Me must have me CDR Nipa Committee for Defense of the Revolution. Yeah, teaching Muna, it do rollings a cheap big. And then Tiana, we have fanatics and no more other parties. I know my serums. Bread. We are branch. Many drew. I said no penitrum. They said on we see people before boys in Ibi or Tremu. Ya so bia hwe ne anim ne ekosie na de be kan ne se moma nkoswa ne nkyerɛkyerɛ mu no ma bi ebi mpo na me kan se nwura opese o create jobs for the boys enye den per landfill o pa se mo ba abrochire mo hu se ya ha recycling ebi nye enso ball a ye be fa ya oba bi adi ni nyina akogu mo ba abrochire mo hu machines zoom line ho was start bi the oil no munsua no na aba no o discuss o binsa media ne say sanitation ha fanyitum say na safo so moto abobo ya pa be 10,000 almost spreading it throughout the whole Ghana. Any job for the boys work and pay because they say ni anya hu say e ade a omo na esisa ebi sisa no I work and pay am no wo so omo nteka no omo mfa and or assign zones. This is not a rocket science. It's just sitting down and figuring it out. Say na meye. There will be one phobia mu ye binti me. When I look at the concept and I'm saying, I didn't grow for me study almost me crown here that my business libio. It will any land fair. Quadra zona. Watch you move into 10 zone units. Now they are my boys see. Registration card or honey idea. Would you say bed the mom crown of power per filling point of station be obia be fail it. One market, uti free or sika ade be mom. Then they set up to go. All the trackers are boom. And no power move back. Just say Ghana is so filthy. It's sad. And this is something we can do. Share Bass Boys, Juma Moye. So well, just now was our Bass Boys stop with.
Oh yeah, manager. Like I'm on board.
This is a model the government you can.
Yeah, mom
Yes.
push. Ni say almost come bet me hang. Almost a simple program microphone Juma on their own. So with the backup of the government, you can only imagine how far they can go.
Oh, obi wa idea say what to ne ho ache ye adwuma say na hu a. She nim kro na spread it. Fa omo panyin ne panyin man in charge of no maybe for tools no money necessary tools. Private individuals need to talk and first omo ti abobo ya mu no omo call rant. Say afi na obi ma donate ya na so omo akonya say a Toyota Haze bi ni ade bi a. You see I don't think am ka say o ka say hope ma Ghana na masere. Enti me a metia brochira ma hu we no kra no ma hu say commendable nti mpanifo no mo Ghana no ya na e ka se mpanifo kra na me ye mesere What is honorable and pennyful about them? So toy no na one who na de chin and now sorry and a former far. You been a machine so case any go abobo no. Also since soon a toy, and that is all we tell people. Nese be a no be a bayon. But MPP ni and this year bear bosom KCBC Ghana so and no more so a cartel. It's a gang of cartel. That is what I call them. Let me show you, I'm no me argument. Can you say, yeah, you are a gang of cartel? When you cartel, my promises, money so. Oh, me you be children say fine, ban over. Yeah, Bahama can say, Obi obe catch you say well. That tells me say Muhammad doesn't even know how the economy runs. What's all catch him say is, you see the bar $5 to $1 krana. So what timima o export drive o koya. And then I just say we no back off. Do you know the economic sense? Or 2 foot through good and he said dollar and a bedroom baby no a back call one inflation but to 5% I won't pay. Because we say we can no more untiminye bibin fanko abro chirentino, you don't add value to your natural resources. Into a better no can economic say dollar and a bedroom baby a back could do 12%, 12 to 1 and about more than 10 a belusisika. You don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, business, running stores near the idea, and we know say dollar no back $1 to $5. That's a with me your export driver. You can pay your off loans very quick. But I'm saying we crab be entering the bia o debt stock no a balloon. And that is a problem we are facing. Say bro nyebe be na dollar ne cost because senka eye na ya dua ye mo a obi be kwa akokra mo misasafo obi be kwa akokra mo sasika na bana baby enti anom be kansa enti no so mu bibia no mo ya no mo to o kan economic terms yes we economists ni bi o na bia mkan no na net school enti o mutimi fa sa de ni hunahuna ye on a country say dollar no ye 5 cedis to $1 na ka utrinye ye utina ye cause no ma be back room na man for betima aside bi kura kokoro bi so akoton enya sika but nam say we depend on obi kuro sika so ntino that is the point now so man can so much said they shouldn't quote everything into dollar rate and then about set time mo can cocoa price na we no mo dey call dollar terms no mo dey chiri come on they think we are stooges we are stupid young go school near no mo na net school you got 10 money and no na net school and then just when we are all rubbing shoulders at the same school na say be any two kwan no mo ten afie bibi to say name these facts you might think it's all that all we have to do is we should be able to do things in a way where we can sell things outside to the people. But the moment that they be how beje busian into what you know say $1 no sika no say yeah says no mukra na muka omuchire mu say dollar now they are about $10 into no your deck stock you say into cocoa say na ma chire mu say na cost ru no so persistence can na they akotua oka na uma onoma bebre ko sura so benya more it's demand and supply sense we keep telling them na that's it. To me, bomb boy say, Odumfo nyame onye adom. Na abra ye programming onkoso my nimde ni nyansa. Ni empanifo no so omue omani. Emu hu se wiase. Udi no kra enyame esom no ka kire say the truth shall set you free. Se omuji tumu se Awurade ya adom no omuji enyame enu omu nyina som ni dia. Ene minim se empanifo no bi betuma kogina ba bia ka say politics dia etwa ntro kakra ne aka. Bible hemfa na nyame ka kire say etwa ntro ne nukure kakra osi ye ni nukure na daachi no obama ye nkwa abotire wo Yesu din mu amen
Amen. That's a bit brave. BBS, I'm on to me by now, all the contributors, listeners around the world, BBS is over to me tuning today. I'm on went to me Uncle Sign and this is hope so. China, Name Boa, the best time to share BMT. Baby, over to you. Stay tuned for Turning God Ways. Everybody, appreciate you.
fa akwasi buakye wayɛ ne nyinaa ɛda ase amen